Okay. Let me doing something here, so let's see. What am I still doing? There we go. Let's get this stuff set up here. And also send out the appropriate invites and links so people can watch and enjoy my floundering around. And frankly, I also need a break from dealing with a more politically seen stuff on this whole thing. So enough of this. Okay, I need a break. Let's see. It gets very tedious. That's why we need video games of sorts. Okay, the break from and also why people tend to get very pissed off when you start inserting current year real world bullshit into it. It's like, no, I want to get a break from this. Leave me the fuck alone. All right. Let's get that off of there. Set that on there. I've already got a couple of commercials on the front of this thing. So. Okay, get that sent out. So what is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get out of that there. I don't need to see the commercials. So I'll get that. Don't need Facebook up. Need that. And all right. So let's get this up here. Here we are. Here's that. And we're going to go right down here, actually, so we get more of the screen. No, there's nothing down here in the corner it's worth looking at. So let's take a look here. All right. What's the daily series? Collective victory crown. Again, let's start off here. Get that way. And also clear out the other junk I don't need, and I don't need to see that. And we've still got another 12 hours before the next thing comes up. And again, don't do reboot. Don't do reload. And I don't really go on the creative on simple. That's really mainly on the game. Okay. So we're going down to the old Griffin place. And if things go weird, I'm just swapped out keyboards. I got a new keyboard because the comic key for some reason wasn't working on the other one. Of course, God forbid this be normal. Let's also take a look at what I need to rack up here. I need to level up 3 times to get these guys. And then I got to do 5 times to get Peely and the brown Wolverine costume. So. All right. All right, since we're having problems, let's take a look at the shop here. So Bruno Mars is back. We still got the Iron Man stuff. And the giant chicken. I might one day. I don't know. I don't even have regular Ghost Brew Rider. And already got MJ. I'm still on the fence on Open X or something. Forget it. Nope. I don't go for derpy skins, really. Then it annoys the hell out of me when I'm taken out by a derpy skin. So then we got these guys, got this guy, that guy here, and the Jack. Gotta pass those. And let's see, we got some cars, car stuff, and passes. Okay, so let's get back in action here and try and get in this. It's gonna be a problem child today. Okay, that's hopeful. Why am I still getting a notification? What did I miss? I got all the milestones. Still got. You're getting very annoying. Come on. I think everything else has been going without a hitch. Going to email, going to YouTube videos. Now it wants to be a problem. Well, one thing, my taking shots at the Keir Starmer is getting some likes. At this point, even Oliver Cromwell is looking back from the great beyond. Might you screwed up. You better get it now. It's not going to end well. I think we're going. There we go. I still need to get a translation of what my Russian is so rusty. I assume it's I know this is Zvezdam is the star, so I don't know what Solnichu is. And there's no easy way to get a translation of it. Whether I can find an old dictionary somewhere. But there's somewhere in the massive stuff. I think still have my old Russian English dictionary I have from junior high. I assume the K is like two Solnichu to that's them. And I only know Zvezda was stars because I did a sketch in a Russian class in like 8th grade, and it's like trying to do a Russian translation, and I had to look up what Star Trek translates to into Russian. Now I only know enough Russian to recognize when it's Russian, but conversation not up here. Okay. All right, so we're way down there. Oh, I'm already there. Okay. This could be one of those streams, kids, so buckle up. Darn. All right, get back up here. Can I move? Thank you. Yeah, nice try, kitty cat. All right. I did notice the other night when I was having trouble even just staying in the game. Never mind getting it, but after I filed my little report with something with the outages or whatever, suddenly they was no longer having problems getting in. So I think they did something. Here in a box. Come on, don't be going weird on me here. All right. First things first. All right. Now okay, that works. I know there was something needing using bandages. Now let's see. So, what is that? That's right. Yeah, I can go with that. Meanwhile, we still got to heal some more. Okay. Okay, we're not going to have time to look around here, so time to get the hell into Dodge. What the hell? Still looking? Yes, there is. Hello. We're leaving. Okay. Nope. Don't stand in the middle of the road, Sparky. And there's one coming down. Okay. My turn. Hold on. I'm going now, thank you. Oh, there's another one. That would be the war machine one. This would be a nice little coup. I get two of them at once. Yeah. Okay. All right. Those boots regenerate. As it locks me up. Yeah. No, I'm fine. Okay. Actually. Oh, there we are. Mm-hmm. All right. 3, that. And 2, we'll put that. And I've already got the turret. So. So we got the all-star package here. I better do good in this one. Provided it doesn't lock up on me like it just did. Son of a bitch. Right. One bright spot in the middle of nowhere. So, all right, okay. Okay, train station is like a nice place to go. Okay, well, there's nothing there. Oh, shit. All right. This one calls more for the jetpack anyway. Okay. All righty. I think we'll just camp out here for a bit. I should go up here too. There we go. A little better control up here. We've got 3. You know, actually, here's where I could really use a sniper rifle. But let's get back away from the edge. We see a little too clearly here. So where are we? All right. All right, Sergeant, I can do that. All right, let's see. All right, now. Like I said, I'm trying to get a strategy here so it'll work with my current internet issues. So if it does lock up, I'm not necessarily totally dead. It seems to be working okay. Only really hitched once. Actually, I think I better. apparently, usually it's a kind of gibberish over the PA system, but apparently, in this case, those are actual, actual European train announcements. And they're saying whatever, probably Italian, I think. All right, someone's been active up here. Yeah, of course. I don't know. Should we take the train? Okay, this might not be a great move. Yeah, I think so. Oh well. Might end up making a swift retreat here. After I get some more gold. Because much like Tony Stark, and much like Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark's main superpower is that he's rich. And someone's got a rifle. And now it locks up on me. No activity seems to be right in front of me. All right, oh, there we go. Oh, took out a tree. All right. It's always when I stop to take a look around, that's when it locks up on me. And I'm going to have to move here. I'm guessing the little face there, that's probably an Avengers light. It's probably in the weapons cache down there. You bastard. All right, just ready up here. Oh, Daniel. All right. I'm guessing I took out by a sniper. Or close to you got to, because the sniper rifles are out here, but something closer to a sniper. But then I was locked up. Who the hell knows? Because he just walked up, put it, with a sub, he's put it next to the head, Okay. I should probably go get something to eat. It's after 4. After almost 6. Damn. All right. Last video apparently got 60 views though, so. And turned 15 cents. That for this for this channel that is spectacular. I think because I'm holding the attention longer. But yeah. Yeah. Oh jeez. Hello. I'm doing a gaming stream. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I'm about to miss my target. Yes. And the link is in the group chat if you want to jump in here. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're working on this, but this when you finally get to where the hell did God, I overshot by a mile. Hold on. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Give me that back. All right. Like I said, you want to get online. The link is in the group chat. If the link is in the group chat, you want to jump in. All right. I do. And again, and also I renewed for the EBT card, so that's done. I renewed for our EBT stuff, food card. You got the renewal in for that. Well, because the regime change and everything, and you guys are because the people in charge are greedy bastards. As well. Well, yeah, budget cuts and all that. Of course, I try to get up there, and that's what it. What? Well, yeah. Well, what better place to film a tornado movie than a tornado alley? Uh-huh. See if I can. No. Shit. Yeah, well, that's kind of the idea. That's probably the idea. Oh, fine. That's okay. All righty, bye. In case you wasn't paying attention, that was my wife. She is making great improvements in her rehab. Getting physical, getting her leg strength up, but also we cannot afford this. because as long as she's in there, I'm not getting paid to be her provider. So, okay. Because it's all paid out of Medicaid, and they won't let you, basically be considered double billing, and goes down as Medicaid fraud. So they had to cut my ass off. So in a real sense, we cannot, even though the Medicaid's paying for it, yeah, but they're also not paying me. Therefore, and right now we cannot make rent at the moment. Whoops. Now, I'm hoping that the timing is such that because of also some screwy things with some old student loans that I was not aware that are still hanging out there. Because all this shit happened during the lockdowns and all that, where we decided not to, not do any collection. They also said not to inform that the loan is still out there. Okay, that could have gone better. I think it's also a safe bet that she had already been inside and got the claws from the chest itself. Okay, let's see if her little game plays out here. Then give me a chance to pontificate a bit. But no, she is getting stronger. She's been walking further and stuff. She's actually getting up and walking too. So and that's been the whole thing. It's like when we started this whole going through nursing facilities and rehab, she was walking originally. She was still walking very well. I mean, we're both hitting the mall scooters for our own reasons, because it is for her to walk as far, without. And my back is screwed up. I can't walk very much. So we get, if we go to Walmart, yeah, we got to get the scooters or shopping. But just walk around the house. No, she was not using a walker to get around the house. She was walking unassisted. And it's just gotten stupider and stupider the years gone by. And as a result, she's gotten heavier, and that makes it kind of vicious cycle. Oh, we didn't see Spawn Island. I saw some meme about it. People were so upset about, obesity than they were something else. It's like they'd be doing marches for it, which ironically would help solve the problem. Oh, come on. I hate when it does this. I can't even get off Spawn Island without locking up on me. All right. I got to check quests. And the fact that it's already counted down and I'm still standing here like nothing's happening, that's not a good sign. So we're gonna start this over. In fact, I am going to actually go get something to eat. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to throw up a video here in the meantime. Let's drag out something from the archives here. Because I don't know how long this is going to take. It's going to take a few minutes here. Just a quick little. Okay, let's. Okay, this one be useful. Hold on. Get rid of that. Now let's see, where am I at? I am at 5 points here. So we.
The following program in living color on NBC.
Hey kids, we're put aside the personal crusades for a minute here and get back to business here, namely discussing Star Trek and what is going on with it and the people of dubious intent who are, I don't know, has Akiva Goldsman got some sort of professional death wish? I gotta think it's a bit of an echo, the delay on there. They're talking about how they're going to be running up against, Canon pretty soon. So, laughing, we're, trying, yeah. You are so far outside of Canon, Akiva. It's not even funny. And you think you're going to start messing around with Canon to try and make it fit your stuff? Wrong. This is beyond the third rail of Star Trek here. Where, you're not just grabbing the third rail. You're getting naked, covered yourself with bacon grease and throwing yourself on there for maximum conductivity. It's not going to end well. To take the Galaxy Quest thing, these are the historic documents. They have been backed up time and time again through Next Gen, and whenever they've gone back to these eras, they have duplicated them with fanatical religious fervor, and to maintain the look. Yeah, this is it. This is what it looked like. Screw what you think about it's a hooky in 60s. Screw you. That's how it worked. That's how it looked. Those were the uniforms. That was the ship. Those are the sets. That's the technology. Sorry from Coca-Cola. Seabud sponsor me, for God's sake. I'm cheap. But you start trying to... there are so many things. I'm going to put a couple links to previous videos about the necessity of maintaining canon and maintaining adherence to canon. When you start straying outside of this, and you start thinking, well, nobody cares about that. No, a lot of people do care. Look at the shelves on back here, or the reference books back here. Those aren't cheap, especially the two boat anchor, right there. Those two suckers right there. That's a lot of time and time spent in collating all that stuff. A lot, more than a little bit of money spent buying it and studying it and going through it. The binder in the back there with Spock's face poking out, that's all my concordance stuff. Original version, the fan version, the Ballantine version, the later edition. There's also notes from Ruth Berman putting T negative, pointing out things that Mijo kind of missed or is over. Because one criticism that she's trying to categorize every proper noun in the Star Trek universe, like that's not necessary. Stuff like that, And so when you say that we don't pay much attention, that doesn't matter. You're telling us that one, you're lying to the audience. You're pulling everything you see is a lie. What lie? And then why the hell am I watching this? Because if you're saying it, then we're wasting our time. Bye. And you're also insulting the audience and saying that you've wasted your time and effort and money in researching all this stuff because it doesn't matter anyway. Even South Park has better respect for the audience by that. It wasn't by making a joke of it, Kenny dying every week, at least for the first several years. And one time they did where he nearly died several times, by the way. And the kids say, "Hey, no, something doesn't seem right." And zoom in on Kenny, and he's jumping up and down because he's still alive. But yeah, this is like this. We finally got the first accurate model of the 11-foot model. For years, we're having to deal with a silly thing. It's like, well, yeah, close enough for most purposes, but that wasn't right. A lot of time and research has been put on both sides, both by fans and by the professionals, to make sure everything matches up. It's insane what they did for like Trials and Tribulations. to get those sets right, and bringing and when even that one little wedge for the bridge in Relics that they actually built, it was like the center area with the command chair and the helm, turbo lift doors, and one console. And that had to match up with the still frame that the scene they got from This Side of Paradise with the empty bridge. Everything had to match up there, but when they did Trials and Tribulations, they built full thing, corridors, more of the bridge, K7, matching the costume, the Klingons and the old style Kling. The only thing they had to reproduce on there was the belt buckles, which was actually bubble wrap on a painted gold thing there. Everything else was actual original costumes that they had in storage from the series. And then when Enterprise did these Mirror Darkly, they went to insane levels to match everything up. And like Doug Drexler said, you like that set properly. That looks more futuristic than anything they've done since then. Because you can't tell how the hell that works. I could get on the bridge of the Enterprise D, and with the graphics, I could rudimentally figure out how to fly that thing, because you got everything kind of laid. Okay, yeah, this here, land a course. Okay, you punch these numbers over here. On that original series bridge, it's just buttons. What the hell do you do here? How the hell does this work? The fact that you can't figure it out, and the thing is, it looks like it should work. That's it's like that aircraft sensibility that Matt Jeffries pushed. It's like it doesn't matter if you can figure it. It looks like it works. It looks like it's like it's been laid out by somebody who knows what the hell's going on. Like with this ship, it's like this is not a sci-fi type of thing. The JJ Prize, that's a sci-fi design because it looks funky, swoopy, and everything. That looks more 60s than this thing. This thing looks like it was built in the 40s by the Navy. But yeah, you start going to that, and you're showing that you really don't appreciate the attention and the dedication of the fans who research this stuff and study it, and make sure you're telling them they wasted their time, their money. They're just consumers to you. They're not fans. They're customers, and you're trying to peddle stuff at them. And this is where just modern day Trek in general falls apart. And it's also why season 3, again, debate all the pros and cons. That's why season 3 is so appreciated by a lot of fans, because it's actually rewarding us for paying attention. It's trying to stay true to Berman era Trek at least. And why you get the Easter eggs and the throwbacks here and there, and the characterizations. They are spot on. Everyone's finally playing their parts as they were. Patrick Stewart is finally playing Jean-Luc Picard. He's not playing Patrick Stewart waiting to die. Jonathan Frakes is playing Riker again, and better than the previous times he's done it. I'm not sure what he was doing the cameo, and that was just Jonathan Frakes goofing off in the woods. Marina Sirtis being old and bitter like she is in normal life. And everyone had it. And it was nobody on that show was the Mary Sue in that either. Everyone had a part to play. Everyone contributed. Everyone was able to figure out, and then based on their expertise. So it wasn't like they were reading somebody else's lines. Even Beverly, when David is doing his Return of the Jedi swooping through the Borg cube, Beverly stuff that Beverly would come up with, life sign readings. Yeah, okay, that focus on that. Everything was very much and yes, it was fan service. After the past several years of abuse of the audience, you're damn right. We needed that fan service. It's like, yes, bring on the lap dance of the Orion slave girls and the 15-minute Dan job. Yes, you damn well better service us. We've been putting up with a lot of this crap over the past few years. Now, I think if they get a Star Trek Legacy, I think things would settle down. Okay, we've established things here. The only thing better would be to break completely from the Discovery universe. Retcon out, because that's a lot of things people missing. When, like the New Jersey, that is a retcon out of the Disco Prize. That's a lot. And saying, we haven't seen the Borg in 10 years. What do you mean? We saw them last year. That's basically retcon. No, they didn't. We're ignoring that. And that goes with my little theory that this is the timeline trying to realign itself with the main Star Trek timeline. So far, we've been watching alternate timelines, which I don't like alternate timelines. Because this kind of garbage comes up with it. I figure in the main timeline, there is a more legitimate reason for why Picard has a robot body. But that's one of those fixed points in time you got to hit when you're doing the temporal shit. And going along, and you proceed on along. Riker and Troy had a daughter, had a son. I'll check that out later. And he died from some disease. The fact that the cure was somehow based on synth light, that is stupid. It makes no sense. It's them throwing technobabble around. They don't know what they're talking about. But we can figure in the main timeline, something made a little more sense. It was some other inoperable disease. It's just like how, in the mirror universe, Kirk became captain of the Enterprise by assassinating Christopher Pike. Not through a transfer of command and Pike, going off to, be fleet captain somewhere. I can tell you, there's precedent on this. You can back it up and things. But you start, playing around with, we don't really pay attention. We play, we're just having fun. Yeah, you're having lots of fun right until the point where the audience abandons you. And also this little thing about it's not going to go to a good place. Give it up. Please don't go there. You don't want to go there. You went there too much when that last episode of last season where you basically cut and pasted Balance of Terror did not give any credit to the author or even to the episode itself. There's some little twist. Oh, we own it anyway. We can do what we want. No, you can't. Somebody's going to file a class action lawsuit because you've ripped off so many writers. You're going to file a class action grievance with the Writers Guild, and this product, they're going to pay dearly. When they start going through, Ursula K. Le Guin, you owe screen credit and some royalties. Dorothy Fontana's estate, you owe some royalties that because you ripped off her book, Vulcan's Glory, for the Una's backstory. You definitely owe Paul Snyder's estate bunch of bucks for what you did to Balance of Terror. Harlan Ellison, you're lucky he's not come back from the dead and screaming at you personally for what you did with City on the Edge of Forever. Reportedly, it was in his will. Do not let Star Trek touch City on the Edge of Forever. Because he was constantly getting, through the years, people wanting to use the Guardians. No, you can't touch it. I think it is his testament to how much he liked Dorothy Fontana that he let her do that, for yesteryear. Otherwise, no, you can go pound sand. You're not touching my story. He went, when he found out that, and during the rewrite process, that Roddenberry had handed the rewrite, over to one of the producers, and it's like the old story goes that while Harlan was in the outer office with the secretary before going into the main room with Gene, he had fashioned a little hangman's noose as a string, hung it up, just outside the door. So you open the door, you can see the thing hanging there. Okay, door opens up. Harlan goes in, points to the news. Tell me someone else did not touch my words. He is very. He always does his own rewrites. You can give him notes, say you want to change this and this, but no one else touches Harlan Ellis's script. and part of the history, that was one of the first writers signed on because he was real high. Yeah, finally, an adult science fiction show that's not going to insult our intelligence. No, none of these wisecracking, dopey computers and wisecracking kids. Reference to Lost in Space. And probably a few other Irwin Allen things going at the time. They're just dumb, more Rocky Space Rangers, whatever. And he was, Sid and the Edge of Forever was one of the first stories that was commissioned. But, back to the time when the first, when the second pilot was just still kicking out there. And they're trying to get writers lined up, and he was leading the charge with the bunch. And the fact that it was the last episode filmed, that's how long it took to wrangle that thing out to a workable form. And yeah, things were done rather badly, but I do tend to side with Roddenberry and the production that no, these things had to happen. Because Roddenberry was of the opinion we need heroes. These people are supposed to be heroes. Kirk is not acting like a hero if he lets Spock save the day. And Dorothy Fontaine in the one of the afterwards in the trade paperback regarding City Ledger Forever said if he had submitted his story for like Twilight Zone or Outer Limits, it probably would have gone largely as is. I mean, just scaled back for budgetary reasons, but the story would have been the thing. The captain would have, ready to sacrifice everything for the girl, but his cold, calculating first officer saves the day. But the thing is that something never quite sunk in with Harlan is we got to live with these guys. You write your story and you're off to the next thing. We got to live with these guys next week. Okay, there's no way we could have Kirk shirk his responsibility and then look at him next week and still have the same respect for him. Oh yeah, well you were ready to chuck us out of the dustbin for some broad in 1930. No, screw you. Okay, that seems a good point to wrap that up on there. Now that I'm back here, I've had my sandwich. So let's get back into the action here. Let's see if we can get a better result. Get me in there. Okay. Let's get this a little bit closer here. All right. And get that. Okay. So let's look at the quests again. We've got different locations. Yeah, this is 5,000 points because it's it's a little tougher than nut to crack. Whether to win it outright or take out the winner of the last round and get their crown. So let's see. We've got 5 so far. We need to do 4 more times. I don't know if we're going to do that today, but let's see what we can do. Assuming it'll let me connect up. Let's take a look, see what things going on over here on X. Well, this thing, okay. Not sure what's going on over there, but I think the fact that there we go. Oh, here we go. All right. I still need to check out the top 5 gaming video on last season with Jonesy. I don't know if we can be killing him off or just last we're going to see of him for a while. Apparently the Incredibles are on their way. I think the Incredibile is already in Rocket Racing or Rocket League. All right. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should start editing these out and doing like Ninja and just start doing short forms. It is definitely fall now. It's getting darker earlier. It's not, not getting as hot. Anyway, with any luck, our credit report will be updated soon. And then go sprinting down to the bank, get a signature loan, and get me a new car, or it's newer. All right. Okay. We'll start off at Mount Olympus and see how that goes. All right, before we go any further. Okay. Let's get up the hill. Okay. All right. Oh, great. If I recall, it's right down. Yeah, there we are. This thing, some of these people just, grab the thing and run. It's like, there's more stuff around here. Like that. No, that's it. Okay. I think now it's time to move on. That's one right there. And I'm down the launch pad. All right. Okay, we got something down below. There we go. Nope. All right. Oh, come on. Start trying to do too much. Come on, I'm about to get ejected. All right. There we go. Let's see. Any goodies up here? Yes, there are. All right. Who the hell? God damn, what the hell? First. Give me that. Oh, come on, not now. It's going to take me about 2 seconds to find my ass. Says officially gotten stupid. Yep. Ned comes in, I'm just standing like a moron. Come on, take a fine leap off the ledge. Come on, let's see what you do. Go ahead. Okay. See, I mainly do this, and that's hopefully see somebody take these bozos out. But, so I can at least feel somewhat avenged. Okay, we're gonna try this again here. Okay, and again, the idiotic rap thing I keep hearing. Like, how was this song popular? People lost all critical taste in music. Okay. All right, now let's see. Yeah. There we go. Of course. Can't even make a simple descent. Yeah. See where I wind up for real. Okay. Okay, that overshot. So if you're gonna do something like that, make sure you get up real close so you're actually standing behind the muzzle. Yeah. All right. I better get that shotgun too. All right. And thankfully, it did not choose that moment to lock up on me. Actually, that's not what. Well, no. Okay. I'll come back to that later if I have to. Ah, good. Still there. Using that start goodness. Okay. Of course. Can't have too many things in a row. Can't even move under cover. I'm stuck. Suppose when the bus open, I'll know what's in there. Ah, there we go. All right. Mm-hmm. No, they're really nice. It would happen to be at the place where it comes down, but I'm not counting on that. So, all right. Well, then go back there and check out those other chests. Oh, come on, damn it. And I hear you wrestling, you little jackass. And I'm fucking dead. Yep. This is one of these jackass that can't shoot straight. There you are. Yeah. The hell was that? Okay. I guess I'll get the stupid shoes off. Oh. Let's see. Let's get in here. Still needing to level up a few times here. All right, now what was I seeing here? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been, getting that in there for I know we're not going to because of copyright reasons. So we got that and that and that. Because of being like the first big thing in the Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine movie, we want, hey, how come? Okay. So let's take a look what we're doing here. Yeah, this point just jump in and drop wherever. Okay. Of course not. God forbid it be easy. And again, I can tell the stream is doing fine. I'm not even getting a little pinwheel of death in my thing there. Just this just is not wanting to connect with Fortnite. And let's see, nothing else going on over here. Checking X/Twitter. Yes, the platform is formerly known as Twitter. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get in. Freaking hell. All right, get back in there. Let's get back in this. All right. Oh, come on. Hold on.
How
can't even get off Spawn Island without screwing up on me here.
I was about to ask how go the Fortniting.
Well, they may have recovered. Hold on.
I'm starting to get cold here.
Yeah, it's actually cooled down to reasonable standards.
Oh God.
Now, can I land without it locking up on me? Of course, there's two other guys right behind my ass, too. So, yeah.
We'll find out the answer in a moment.
No, you don't, you son of a bitch, all mine. What? Bastard! Oh, yeah, you're going to shoot a flying target that far with a shotgun, you moron.
Well, you're having better luck than I am. Yeah. Freaking, they're still attacking Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, boy.
Because how dare you not let us cheat and play fairly?
Yeah. Say something about the culture of that game, I guess. I did notice after I went to that down game whatever and reported
down detector.
Yeah, and suddenly I wasn't having any problems for most part getting in, or at least staying in.
Crying out loud!
All right, there we go. But it promptly locks. Oh, never mind.
I think it might be time to break out some of the winter clothes, the fall/winter clothes.
Yeah. I managed to find some long pants I'm going to squeeze into. So,
After an entire summer of wearing shorts, it's really tough to go back to long
yeah.
pants.
Oh, yeah.
I've always found that.
Mhm.
Like, oh, this is rather constricting.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's see. Oh,
Yep.
fine.
I have what I call the plaid flannel Archie Bunker pajamas that I had to wear.
Yeah. Uh,
Hey, eat it there. Get my
Mhm.
coffee. Come on, eat it. Give me a beer here.
uh, we've kind of got a mixed blessing. Our heating has been out of control for most of the time we've been here. Which generally means, oh, Jesus. Yeah, and that locks up. I can't even go in there, you bastard.
Yo, meathead.
So I'm just going to stand here and watch this person get all my stuff and then blow me away with it. No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, God. I saw another article. Oh, the Universal might buy the Snyderverse. I'm like, there's no such thing as the Snyderverse. It's Zack Snyder's interpretation of DC characters.
Yeah, which is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I still think one of these days I'm going to, if I can muscle up the stomach for it, go through the Snyder Cut.
Oh, you don't want to.
And
Trust
chop
me.
that down to something reasonable running time.
4 freaking hours.
Yeah.
Well, not for the thing. You speed up all the slow motion scenes.
Yeah, that's a lot of, and chop a lot of fluff out. And because there's one channel, Cinematic Excrement. He does a lot of stuff. And he did a thing on the Snyder. No, it is not a movie. It is an assembly cut with finished special effects.
Yeah.
It's not a finished movie. There's too much there. Okay. One thing I think I do is drop that entire after credit thing with Joker and all that and Batman thing. I will fucking get it. Just lose it.
Oh God. I was looking at the some highlights. They're starting hockey again. The Phoenix Coyote, Phoenix Arizona, whatever they're called. The Coyotes moved to they moved to Utah and they scored their first goal on their own net. Not off to a great start in your new home.
I'm assuming it's the same difference, in soccer. If you score in your own net, guess what? They get the score. Oh, come on! I can't.
Bills and the Jaguars.
The only real sports I pay attention to is Oxford United. They made it to the second tier for the first time in like 30 years. And they're doing okay. They haven't embarrassed themselves. They lost to, who were they playing? Because they're up against a lot of teams that were Premier League fairly recently.
Yeah.
So... In fact, look into the thing. A lot of the they got relegated. Good grief!
Every once in a while, actually, and Mike Francesa was making the case about this.
Yeah.
That every once in a while you get a few people that call in. Yeah, they should have relegation in baseball. I'm like, no, and he's like, no, it won't work. And no, but it works in soccer. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's not soccer. The fans wouldn't go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they demand their money back as season tickets.
Yeah.
The players wouldn't go for it because they wouldn't sign with relegated teams.
Yeah, they did work all this way to get out of the minor leagues to go right back to the minors.
Yeah,
with the entire team.
The owners won't go for it because you lose too much in advertising dollars. The networks wouldn't go for it for the same reason.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you told us you were going to have an A schedule. Now you have a B schedule.
Uh-huh.
We want our money back.
Nobody's interested in seeing the Yankees play play Omaha. You know.
Well,
I mean, it was fun. You know. Whoops. Tell you one thing. I took my dad to a game for the Rockies. And it was during the strike season.
uh-huh.
So it was, what the hell?
94.
Yeah, down there. Yep. And we got to see a game against the Rockies. Against the Yankees with the Rockies. Yeah. And that was kind of fun because we got pretty damn good seats too. Because nobody wanted to go. So,
I'll tell you one thing: the pitch count has made the games a little bit more bearable.
yeah.
The pitch clock, yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, you have 30 seconds to throw the next pitch. All right, good.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And so stand in the way. All right, it's been 5 minutes. You gonna throw the second pitch yet? Oh, there's certain rules changed. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You were trying to kill the game.
Yeah. There was actually two rules on the books: Rule 804 and Rule 501B.
Mm-hmm.
When the I can't remember which one. I think it's 804 is the rule when first base is unoccupied. The pitcher must deliver the ball in a timely manner to home plate. Failure to do so will result in the call of ball from the umpire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 501. Yeah.
Pitch to the guy or he's going to walk. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. 501 is, when the batter takes his position in the box, he cannot step out of the box unless he asks for time and it is granted by the umpire.
Uh-huh.
None of this meandering around the plate. None of this taking for. I've been saying minor league games, even it starts even there. If you have the umpire take control of the game back, where are you going? I didn't call time. Let's go. Only I can call time.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Chop, chop. People want to be the game. There we go. Well, that was different.
Oh, for God's sake.
There are also somehow, I don't know how, I think with the local radio station got tickets to a Denver Bears game back when they were still the Bears. And I think they were playing Oklahoma or something, Oklahoma City. And yeah, we got box seats right down behind home plate. Yeah. Not the old Mile High Stadium.
I remember when I was actually pouring beer for the Colorado Rockies, a AA affiliate here in New Haven. Yeah, and I called up, said, "Listen, can you?" I called up the Colorado Sky Sox. Can you? Hey, listen. I'm working here for the Ravens. Can you send me? Can I get a hat? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Like, no. What? Yeah. What? You want a credit card? No. That's okay. We'll just send it to you. Are you sure? Yeah, sure. I managed to get a free hat out of the deal.
One of the things I kind of regret: the Dodgers were in town. And where we were waiting to get checked, because I was doing ID checks at the beer bars, and we're all hanging out there. And the Dodgers and they came right by. I could have gotten, if I had thought, because it was a series. If I had brought down my Brooklyn Dodgers hat, I could have gotten Tommy Lasorda's autograph on the damn thing.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. But it's also like one reason we played. Like the Dodgers played us so damn tough during that period. Tommy used to play for the Bears. Back in the day, so he knows how hard it was to pitch in that stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember seeing there used to be the kids show on Nickelodeon about science. Yeah. I remember seeing the footage, the time lapse footage of moving the grandstand closer to the field for football.
Oh yeah. What the hell did I walk into here?
They sprayed enough water to lift it just about maybe an eighth of an inch.
It was quite an engineering thing there. Because otherwise, it's like they complete off that. The original Bear Stadium, it was just the north stands and the west stands, just a little L thing. And then when they expanded some, built an upper layer when they got the Broncos in there. And the South stands were just bleachers. They never did change it. They were all just bleachers. And then when they finally built the East stands, that's how they meant to sell. Because otherwise, it would have been like, good grief, you could make a home run and a base hit going to left field. But the whole thing, move the whole thing. It's kind of freaky because I worked some Broncos games after working a bunch of Rockies games, and said, "Wow, that is close." So I got taken out by Anakin Skywalker. That's nice.
Yeah.
This is better than being taken out by somebody with a peely skin or one of them fucking crickets. That just annoys the hell out of me. It's like, why are you debating this? That's it. Off the cliff. See what. Get in there. Get in there, so you refuel, but don't hit the pumps. Yeah. They tend to blow up. And it's like, there we go. Okay, this guy's gonna take a while to get killed off. So let's get back to the lobby.
Daisy Ridley voted as the 8th actress fans want as the next Bond girl most. Yes, but she can't do. I don't think she can do sexy.
She's an okay actress though. It's just she's been given crap in the Star Wars films. So,
It's true.
I saw the trailer for that Ophelia movie. Not like they're just.
Yeah, I don't blame her for the bad writing.
Yeah.
Here's your script. This okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't see her as a Bond girl because she does have kind of a, more of a girl next door type of thing.
Yeah, like a little sister kind of a thing.
Yeah, and it makes Bond feel come across kind of like a child molester. I think we came close enough to that in For Your Eyes Only with Lynn Holly Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Granted, she was throwing herself at him quite a bit. And we'll go get an ice cream. Yeah.
We'll get an ice cream. All I can say is don't grow up too fast.
Yeah. The male population would never handle it. Never survive. I don't know if you caught the video that I reposted on. Oh God damn it! Come on, I can't even make it over the thing. But basically, think it's forgotten weapons or forbidden weapons. But talking about with a guy who's written a book on the guns of 007.
Yeah.
And talking about just talking about Dr. No, how every weapon in that movie is wrong. It is not what they portray it is. The Walther PPK in there? No, it's the Walther PP. Which is understandable. It's a larger weapon. And then Sean Connery's giant mitts would disappear, But the Beretta they show on, no, it's not the model Beretta they say it is. What the hell?
That's James May actually said one time he was the kid that actually used to write to Albert R. Broccoli. He says, yes, in this scene, the Aston Martin had Pirelli P4s, but in the next scene it had P6s.
Yeah. Just about but one of those things like back in the day, no, you probably wouldn't have noticed it on the screen.
No.
But I'm running the wrong direction, aren't I? But now with Blu-ray and see it repeatedly. In the scene where Bond's trying to take out the dragon, shoot out the headlights.
Yeah.
In the before that, it's stuck. He has the PP in his hand, the Walther PP. But when he gets into line at the shot, the gun changes like 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Now part of the thing is because the PP wouldn't handle blanks. It kept jamming. But they needed to see his shooting, so he gets up there, and then on the other angle where you're watching him kind of sight down there, it suddenly shoots to a Colt 1911, and then a Browning high power, and then back to the PP. Now that he's done shooting. And again, you probably never noticed it in the movie because it's dark. But there's a few other stuff like that where it's like, that's not the gun. What the hell? Travel across the sea to Castle Arg.
Arg.
Here's what this
Castle Arg.
Great sailing vessel, and then been walking after having shit dumped on them by the French and then wading across them. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Will you stop that? There. I'll take that. Don't need that. Partially because I need the gold too. So. And shotgun. What the fuck? That wasn't what I wanted. Come on. And yeah, it locks up unique right after. I like this thing holding connection longer than 2 seconds. There we go. Let's try this again now. Let's see if by some miracle no one's gotten to that chest yet. Nope, they have. But they didn't take the boot jets. What the hell are you people thinking? Okay. Probably just as well. I may need this immediately. All right. Okay, let's make sure there's nothing else I need to grab around here. It does seem to be recovering a little better sometimes, but it's still locking up at the wrong damn times. Like now. Okay. All right. Get that out of there. All right. I said, if I'm lucky, nobody comes around here in the next few minutes. All right. See if that supply drop is still there. Yeah, that's slightly embarrassing. Okay. Yeah. Of course not. God forbid I keep running. Man, someone's already got it, so screw it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well, I could always head back where I was, because that's where the War Machine pod landed.
You better watch out, because I'm a war machine. Oh, for goodness sake. I thought I read somewhere we actually do have repulsor technology.
Yeah, of some sort. I don't think,
Not exactly like this. But.
Not like this, no. All right, here we go. All right. Die already, Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah. Japan, they had those magnetic trains for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, let the Japanese figure it out first, and we'll,
We'll just buy it.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll take the jet.
I just want to ride on a train that doesn't look like it's carrying Ralph Cramden and Ed Norton to the Raccoon convention.
Yeah. Okay, now we got some fun.
God.
Of course, it locks up on me. I'm stuck in the middle of it. Sitting duck in the middle of thin air.
For God's sake.
Waiting for someone to shoot me out of the sky. Oh, there's where I was going in the first place. Okay, better sit down. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. That's it. Sit into the sitting fucking duck. This big red and silver thing, sure to draw the sweats. Yeah. And of course, to the outside world, it looks like I'm just sitting there running in place to show. Oh, he's stuck. I can shoot him out. Come on. Get that out of there. Of course. There we go. Let's do that after an hour and 40. Do I really want to keep this going? Or we could shift into some kind of rant video. I don't know. Because I did toss up an old video a while back, you know. Yeah, they just call. What? Hold on. Wait. First, let me check. Yeah, what did my. Okay, I did the daily, so. No, I need to do for that, so. We will save that for another day. We'll stop this. Get this big. Oh. No, I threw up a video earlier while I was fixing myself a sandwich about, you know, Akiva Goldman's, you know, continuity death wish. You know, it's to change in the future, you know, change in the timeline. Well, this will be our future. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It was supposed to, it wasn't our future. You know, just looking at the stuff at the time, not even had to retrograde because, you know, Clark Gable was not a marquee star in 1930. He didn't have a lead role till 32. But also, when you start doing why does canon matter? Because look at the hundreds of dollars worth of reference books I got behind me. People invested all kinds of money and, you know, and time in keeping this stuff straight. And you're just telling them they just wasted their time and money. Thank you very much for your purchase. Now buy some more. No. You've shown you have no respect for us. Why should we respect you? Time to modify the title a bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put this in the list here. Because I started trying to save these into a playlist of Fortnite streams, but whoops. All right, let me get in there. So we need to put it on Fortnite, and while we're at it, to go ahead and throw in the Star Trek and my 3 main Star Trek playlists. Okay, so done with that. And while yes, I did make a few references to indie earlier, I'm not going to put that on that list because I'm not going to go on indie rant. It's not worth it. I save that for when I can actually dedicate, you know, some time on it. Let's see. Oh. I'm trying to think. I was watching Sidetrack. I'm trying to what they said about Star Trek. Because they're mainly concerned about Stargate and some other stuff. You know, but, oh, and Doomcock has got one up about what Jon Favreau has in mind for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
What?
He's still trying to pull something useful out of the wreckage. You know?
Oh God!
Wanting to have Luke in there and de-aging, and probably have Billy stand in for Carrie with a little CGI to make her look more like Harrison Ford. No fucking way. He doesn't want anything. He's pissed off at him. He's over what they did with Indiana Jones. No, he will not get them access to his likeness. So they're gonna have to back up a dump truck full of money to his house to get him to go along with this one. And also the estate of Peter Cushing are suing them over Rogue One. I mean, originally I heard that his widow was rather liked it, but I think they didn't make good with the they didn't pay him. And there's this one agency, one talent agency in Hollywood that specializes in dead celebrities.
Oh, their image and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting more work for their clients than they did when they were alive.
Remember those Ice-T commercials with Bruce Lee and Babe Ruth?
I don't remember that, but I think when it started off with the Coors Light commercial, or the Coors commercial with Arlie Ermy chewing out, who did the curtain? And then John Wayne comes up right from Santa Iwo Jima. That would be me. And it's like, sir.
Yeah, there was actually a brisk iced tea where they were using.
Yeah.
Like,
I vaguely remember that. I mainly remember that it happened, but that's about it.
Yeah, they were.
It's kind of like, but like in LA, Mark and Brian, we're talking about, and they occasionally call up celebrities. Just have them on the phone, and they got the idea. Hey, Lee Marvin, yeah, he'd be great. And then they find, Lee Marvin died about 5 years ago. They got a hold of his people. But it's just, this presence is such a, yeah, he did actually. Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah, Howard used to call dead celebrities on the phone. Today, we're going to call Ethel Merman, who recently died, and they played the recent. Hello. This is hello. We got Fred Mertz. He goes, yes, Ethel there. Hold on, Ethel.
Yeah, back when Howard was fun. Okay. Now he's turning to a crotchety old lady. It's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. He's older now.
Yeah, and he pissed off he didn't get elected governor that one time. I was like, come on, right? What the hell is this? Ooh. Well, Amaranth showing off her Marvel costumes. Rogue, Spider-Gwen. Or that's the same as that one.
Spider-Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's one of the brisk ones here.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually kind of inventive because you knew. Well, come on, you knew there was no AI back then.
Yeah,
it was claymation. So you like, oh
yeah. Oh, that yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they probably just mine footage from Game of Death and
Yeah, the fact that it was claymation, like, okay, yeah, you knew it was fake, so it was not a big deal.
Yeah, I think someone actually tried to do a finished cut of Game of Death the way it was originally intended, getting all the footage together and see what they could do.
Yeah, well, they only have like 23 minutes of footage or something like that.
Yeah, it's like. Good interesting setup, though.
I imagine someone's going to finish it with AI.
Yeah. I remember a story Brandon Lee was talking about when on the Tonight Show. It's like this with the Crow coming up, but it's talking about how Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris would train together because nobody else could train them. Yeah. And he got pretty good friends with Chuck Norris's kid, and they're doing so. And they're sitting on a pier. And they're talking kung fu and martial arts stuff, and then some guy will come up with fishing. Oh, are you talking about them chop socky movies? And you like them stuff? And Norris's kid chimes up. Well, my dad's Chuck Norris. Oh yeah, sure he is. Well, my dad's Bruce Lee. Oh, get out of here, you two.
After the success of The Way of the Dragon 72, Bruce started working on the fourth film with Golden Harvest title Gave Him Death.
Mm-hmm.
Second film, Bruce Lee directed, the last one he worked on before his death in 73. Original plot. It's unknown what the confirmed plot was. The plot was Most film historians agree Hai Tian is a retired undefeated fighter who goes on a tour of Asia with his sister or younger brother.
Yeah.
After the plane landed in Korea, Hai is told someone wants to speak to him on one of the payphones. Hai answers the phone. Oh yeah, this is gonna get AI'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's going to fire up Unreal Engine and have a field day.
There's the lost scene from Big Boss or Fist of Fury where he puts a saw through a guy's head. Supposedly it was screened once, and then they said, "Yeah, we better take this out."
Yeah, this will never make it in America. Oh, well, let's see. We're playing to an audience of 1 right now, and they're being quiet.
35 minutes of lost footage from first draft Game of Death retrieved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta see if the Jerry Lewis clown movie finally got.
Yeah.
If I could finally watch that.
Is it really as bad as Jerry thought it was?
Probably. The Day the Clown Cried. Let me see.
I'm still waiting for a decent copy of Deadpool and Wolverine to make it to the high seas. I know it's out there because I've seen a few things where you can watch it, but I want to download it. Okay. I'm just going. Fire up, BitTorrent.
The Holocaust. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, some Jam has been part. Oh yeah, they want to remake it based on the original script. The Day the Clown Cried.
Yeah.
I want to see the original though.
Yeah,
it's in the Library of Congress.
Yeah, I mean they've got a copy. Why not we?
Footage from Jerry Lewis, Day the Clown Cried. Libraryofcongress.com. Opens for research. Yes, footage from film Day the Clown Cried opens for research at Library of Congress. So I'm probably gonna have to go there to see it.
Yeah.
A portion of preprint material for the film. Library does not hold the complete film. Oh, boo.
All right, let's see.
Where is the completed film?
What the hell? Get back to that, you swine. All right, let's see if I can get a download here.
Oh, it was beginning in June of 2024. Bashan says, I don't know who Bashan is. The Day the Clown Cried will be available to scholars for viewing in the research center at the 45-acre Packard campus in Culpeper, Virginia. It'll be shown to the public in a 205-seat arena theater. Some cold water has been thrown on. Okay, as if ever apparently library.
Okay, this is being a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Okay, just do a quick one real quick. God damn it. I don't keep throwing up this shit in front of me here. Right, and
that was like one of the first things I talked about on one of the first live streams I did with the old podcast.
Yeah.
I said, and I've been fascinated by this movie. Just because it's supposed to be so bad. I love bad movies.
Let's see.
Harry Shearer apparently has seen it. Jerry used to invite people over to the house, and they used to watch it. Harry Shearer saw it, and is it bad? He called in the story. Is it bad? Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Let's see.
One problem with doing this is so many different things keep kicking up in your face. Yeah. No, I'm not letting you do this stuff. Okay, here's the decent download. I can tell that much. A decent copy. Let's reload that.
It's getting to the point now where if you just input the information, it'll into AI, you'll be able to come up with a close approximation of a movie.
Let's do a fresh search here. Let me bog down in crap.
The biggest problem with AI, though, is it's you're not really creating anything. It's just pulling from all existing kind of media, and it's just taking the bits and elements that it resembles, and it's assembling it.
Yeah. Still need some kind of human thing, directing the thing. Someone needs to be at the wheel, or you're just going to get crap.
Everybody makes these like these fan films. I always say, yeah, the fan films are nice, but you know what? Make an original movie. Well, we haven't got the budget to do that. Well, yeah, I mean, the budget aside, you don't have to start making a big production.
Yeah.
Robert Townsend made the Hollywood Shuffle on $10,000 worth of credit cards, starring his friends.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith did Clerks. Sounds like but
yeah, Robert Rodriguez did the same thing.
He started back in the day when they pre-approved you for credit cards. Okay, sounded for everyone they got, and he thought just remember that $25,000 I blew? Yes. Let's watch that travesty. People were all to be. Let's watch the stupidest thing I ever did in my life. Then it turns out to be a major hit.
Yeah, Robert Townsend was on Tonight Show, actually with Jay Leno at the time.
Yeah,
and he said, how did you used to shoot this? How did you shoot this film? They're pretty strict about the permits and everything. We would just show up, in a van and with a camera, look around, see if there's any cops. We'd set up the camera, like, all right, action. Make sure do the scene. Make sure no cops. All right, that's a wrap.
True guerrilla filmmaking.
Exactly. I recently found out Mad Max was largely made the same way.
Yeah.
George Miller knew sets were expensive, and then to give it sort of a look of urban decay, he filmed in a lot of abandoned buildings. He filmed just on the outskirts of cities. That's why that's why so much of the action. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They had a problem with the first one because there were so many trees around the area. So they had tried to find angles where you're not seeing trees.
Yeah.
When the second one, they could get further out into the outback and get a better look.
Yeah, a lot of empty fields they wanted.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give up on this one. Let's wait for my usual source to come up with one. And then, of course, for Thunderdome, they went way out in the outback.
It used to confuse me about what happened. Like, what happened between the first and the third one? There's no vegetation. There's no water. Yeah. It's like, oh well, there's nuclear war. I'm like, yeah, but the oceans just don't evaporate, and that was the explanation. The oceans evaporated. I'm like, they wouldn't.
No, not that much. One, if it did, then it'd be like 100% humidity around the world. and it would eventually condense, and you'd have the oceans right back again. So it doesn't work that way.
Whatever. I mean, at some point, when the water vapor rises, at some point, and the atmosphere becomes saturated, it falls back to the.
Yeah, it cools, turns into clouds, and then to the rain, and refills. So yeah, you're never going to have that. It's like,
yeah, you have to suspend disbelief. I'm like, I really can't suspend disbelief in that case.
That's suspension on the order of the plate twirling thing on the Ed Sullivan Show.
I always I always describe my brother Dave's life as the guy twirling the plates. He's trying to keep everything suspended. Just frantically trying to keep it all going.
Yeah. There's something I had done up a while back. Let me get some light on this. I can read it properly. Oh, what the hell? Did I unplug my light? I think I unplugged the light or thing burned out on me. But I'll see you can read that. Figure this could start a fight or two. Got the real thing over here, but now I've heard Rosetta won't even let me wear the knockoff. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Well, let's see. What have I got that I could chuck up here for discussion? Because again, I don't want to get into an indie thing right now. I'm trying to get a little distance. Oh, here's a little something. One of the arguments about the JFK says was the magic bullet thing. Well, these guys actually duplicated it.
They didn't magic bullet?
Yeah, here we go.
This is Anatomical Surrogate Technologies, a company that builds perfect replicas of the human body by hand, one at a time.
Yeah, this is part of, I think, a History Channel thing where they went through each and every conspiracy theory one by one. Actually going to Dealey Plaza and testing him. Because there's no way Oswald could have left, done the shoot and then gotten downstairs. And they did. Okay, they had a guy. All right, you shot. Okay, go. And just calmly walked down the stairs to the ring in plenty of time. It's not that big a building. Okay, there's only the 7 floors. And you could just calmly walk on out there and get to the bus and off he's one. And then they did the different shooting points. They take the grassy knoll. Somebody also had a thing maybe under one of the sewer things. Like, no, you'd be shooting people in the ankles. You can't see a damn thing. And the railroad tracks crossing the road, road there. Well, yeah, it'd be a great place. Except the thing is, we got photos of the day, and there are people all around there. There's no cover. You pull out a gun, people are going to see you and probably tackle you.
Somebody's going to notice.
Yeah, and then the grassy knoll is the big. Well, yeah, it's a great spot, but nobody at the time reported hearing shots coming from over their shoulders. It all pointed right back to that 6th floor, window. In fact, there's one real good book by Gerald Posner, Case Closed, where he goes through all the evidence available. None of these Johnny-come-latelys 20 years later. I remember seeing a flash. No, there were people on the 5th floor, heard the shots right above them, heard the shell cases hitting the floor, and people looking up. Yeah, up there. And there were some partial prints that match up with Oswald on the rifle. So. And actually, in something here, right here, they tell because Oliver Stone, that's a horrible rifle. No, it's not. It's actually a very good rifle. And something that really kind of freaked out is when they were getting ammunition for this weird thing. They found some ammunition from the very same batch that Oswald had. That was from the time.
Mm-hmm.
Some vintage, because that batch of bullets came out weird. The alloys didn't mix quite right, so they're all kind of odd. But they found the very same bullets that they had from the same batch, so they were duplicated as much as humanly possible, more than they even thought they could. So,
what drives these modern-day Dr. Frankensteins? research on the devastating consequences of landmine explosions. But this time, they have a new objective. They will build an artificial president and an artificial governor whose sole purposes are to be shot by a lone rifleman. To build the surrogate torsos correctly, designers Chris Lee and Wesley Fisk must consider precisely how Kennedy and Connolly were sitting at the moment of the second shot. Zapruder 225.
We'll just sit down here, facing that direction. Okay, now if you just sort of lean forward just a little bit, and actually have this arm up, because really the side of the vehicle is actually quite high. When you lift your arm up, your upper thorax just slightly turns as you put your arm up.
It is essential to find human models with exactly the same physical builds as both President Kennedy and Governor John Connolly.
So a neck to waist of 18 inches. Chest circumference, we've got JFK at 39 inches. Sort of a natural sitting position. 39 and a half. Well, that's pretty close.
Using these human models, Chris and Wes make plaster castings and stitch them together to form the molds. Fiberglass resin is then poured into the molds to make these block torsos. From these solid forms, Wes creates the outer shells needed to make the human surrogates. Next, Chris enters the measurements into a computer to calculate the size of the interior skeletal structures. Using a silicone mold, he constructs an exact replica of the sternum, and then the rib cage around it.
Joints are good. Oh, the clearances look nice.
The resins we've used to build the ribs and the intercostal cartilage behave in a very similar fashion to real ribs.
In the next part of the process, they line the outer shells with skin.
It's a chamois-based product. It's had oils added to it, and it's been hydrated so that it actually will perform like real skin. It's a very tricky material to work with, but we are in the process of trying to recreate the human body, so it's not an easy thing.
Below the skin goes a layer of muscle.
We're pouring in a muscle replicant gel here, and it's something that actually performs in the same way as muscle would when it sets.
Just a last minute inspection. Looks okay.
Now to put a rib cage into the muscle solution and wait for it to set, like a giant jello mold. The torsos will be kept at 39 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 hours before they're ready to take part in our forensic recreation of the Kennedy assassination.
Just like a jello mold.
Yeah.
The team from Anatomical
that's all we are,
Surrogate
big
Technologies must
piles
place
of
the
Jell-O.
torsos in exactly the right positions to ensure that Alex's bullet will travel the same path as Lee Harvey Oswald's magic bullets. First, to lock in the position of the Kennedy and Connolly surrogates, they construct a special platform to serve as the presidential limousine.
Yep, that's that.
The torsos will rest on small tables in place of seats. Torso designer Wesley Fisk makes sure height and spacing adjustments are dialed in with exacting precision.
We're just
leaving that
establishing,
no variable.
using our mock-up here, the relative angles that are going to be necessary.
Yeah, since, access to the actual limousine is kind of a...
They also consider the
Kind of
specific
novel.
contour of Elm Street in Dealey Plaza.
Due to the inclination of Elm Street being at 3 degrees, we've adjusted the base of the vehicle to be at 3 degrees, so that we've got that change in addition to the angle of the shot.
Since they only have one set of surrogates, Wesley decides to test the bullet trajectory on these early torso castings. So if the shot is off target, they can still make adjustments.
The actual lip of the car sits about here because he puts his arm slightly up.
And the indications are from the photos that we've got for almost the entire time he has his arm sitting up on the edge of the vehicle. I'm just checking the actual records from the autopsy of the president's neck wounds. I just wanted to make sure that we're very close to the 14 centimetres, directly in line with the right mastoids.
Oh, another thing they point out what debunking the grassy knoll shot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he would have taken out JFK. So he wouldn't have had a head. It's like, and also Jackie was right on the other side there. So it would not only have taken out JFK, it would have taken out Jackie as well. There'd have been no doubt the shot came from over there, but the fact that
Wesley made
Jackie
sure
just
to
got
include
splattered.
a
She didn't
complete
get
neck
killed.
on the JFK torso, so he could accurately triangulate the position of the entry wound.
At the point at the front of his neck there, sternal notch, that we need to have that. If you want to just have a look from the other end.
The bullet entered Connolly just below his shoulder blade, breaking the 5th rib.
Yeah, so it was just below his, just below his armpit.
Alex lines up his shot. His margin of error is tiny. To replicate Oswald's shot, he must also hit Connolly's rib.
That looks absolutely perfect.
But as Alex dangles high above the shooting range, another challenge appears. The wind picks up.
Okay, that's the wind and the cradle movement.
It's not strong enough to affect the bullet path, but our shooter's mechanical perch begins to wobble.
that is a problem.
9-10 meters per second up there, and you still have slop in the crane boom. You're virtually timing the resonant pattern of the cradle to take the shot.
Alex senses the rhythm and waits for just the right moment.
Here we go.
Did he miss?
No.
It's very close.
Well, if someone can speak to Alex and tell him he's 1 inch off to the left-hand side of the target, and the amazing thing is that the Governor Connolly entrance wound is again very close, almost 1 inch out.
Now it is time to bring in the anatomical surrogates. First, the torso representing JFK.
Standing up.
To prevent any bruising of the fragile model, our team transports it in its rigid mold. Since this torso is identical to the black model, it is a simple matter of lining up the same placement and angle.
Leave everything on at this stage.
During these final adjustments, cellophane coverings on the models keep the skin supple and moist.
Let's get the next one.
Next, they unveil Connolly's torso.
A little bit at the front here, a little bit at the back. I think now we'll need to just make sure that this is covered. So we might ask someone to put some more cling wrap, and then we'll put the wrist block down and we'll do the lines.
The exact placement of Connolly's wrist is not known. In the Zapruder film, his hand is below the body of the car. Since the precise trajectory of the bullet leaving Connolly's torso is going to be hard to predict, Wesley has devised a gel block embedded with 4 sets of wrist bones.
Wow.
Okay, what we have here is our surrogate JFK, skin covered with some sinew elements in there, a trachea with a little bit of cartilage on the front of it, just in case that actually caused any yaw in the bullet. We've got our Connolly model, which has the full thoracic cage in it, with every vertebrae from T1 to T12, full cage. Then in front of that, we have a skin-covered block, which contains 4 sets of forearm bones. We're not sure of where the bullet is actually going to exit Connolly's body, so we want to make sure that we try and hit a forearm bone, because that's what actually happened. And then we've got a skin-covered block here, which is simulating Governor Connolly's legs, where the bullet ended up, and hopefully the bullet will actually enter this block and be embedded in here.
Alex Christic now begins his preparations for the final shot.
The fact that we're still doing this all these years later, trying to figure it out, it's just
14
remarkable.
centimeters.
Well, at this point, the real
we're going to be
crazy
14
conspiracy here is that
centimeters
Oswald
down
acted
from the
alone.
mastoid.
The ground team makes
Everyone's-
last-minute measurements and places a target on the JFK torso,
Everyone's so embedded.
indicating
No, it's a
the
conspiracy.
precise location
Well-
of the back wound identified in the autopsy.
In the actual shooting, I don't think
Go
so.
nuts with that gaff tape.
Measurements are always triple-checked.
Okay, We're ready to go.
Alex climbs 60 feet up to the exact height of Oswald's 6th floor sniper's nest.
In on the skin.
Once these torsos are unwrapped, Alex has only 2 minutes to make the shot.
All right, take the plastic off now.
Just clearing the cellophane. I'm going to give Peter 2 minutes.
Alex checks the wind speed and direction for his final calculations.
Up around 6 meters per second now. Gusting from 3 to 6.
The high-speed cameraman verifies focus and illumination.
That edge, that's looking pretty good.
Okay, Peter, the timer started. You got 1 minute.
We're away. We're happy. Yep, we're away.
Alex takes a final reading.
This is tense.
On a 60-foot high shooting platform, Dr. Alex Christic loaded an identical round into a Mannlicher Carcano rifle and fired a single shot.
Yeah, there goes the bullet.
Bullet slows down when it passes through the body.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it passed through JFK's body, the seat in front of him, Connolly's body, and then,
The bullet passed through both torsos and the wrist block, but there is no sign of it in the gelatin thigh. Where has it gone?
It bounced off. I saw it.
Yeah,
The video, if you like.
that's the thing.
At
Check the video.
3,000 frames per second, our high-speed camera can capture the path of the bullet. It struck Kennedy in the neck, streaking through to Connolly, then clearly exited and moved through the wrist block. Leaving the wrist, it only had enough energy to bounce on the thigh block and tumble off into the brush. Amazingly, Alex has replicated the magic bullet shot.
Did they find the bullet in the limousine?
The team begins to
Actually,
search for our
they
magic
found
bullet,
it. It
while
was
Alex and Wes compare the wounds
wet.
to the
It's kind of
historical record.
half
Were we roughly on the
embedded
right
in his
spot there?
wrist.
Absolutely. The
Or
actual
his leg.
shot was
Somebody-
just a
they-
little
they
bit
fell onto
further
the gurney.
to the right, underneath his armpit, a keyhole, perfect keyhole.
So many details
his back.
that I
But
forgot
still,
about
it
it.
managed roughly to go in the correct area of Connolly, come out about right nipple height, went through the equivalent of the forearm, gone down with...
Yeah.
Oh, very good. All right, well, there it is. And it is somewhat deformed. It's not what I'd call pristine in the least.
Why is our bullet more deformed than the magic bullet? And why
Not by
was
much,
our
though.
bullet unable to penetrate Connolly's thigh? To answer these questions, Wesley Fisk
These are
takes
good
the
questions.
anatomical torso of Governor Connolly to the radiology department of the Royal Adelaide Hospital. Radiologist Sarah Brookman has agreed to perform a CAT scan on the torso.
Go through the body a little
The
bit.
best
and have a
patient
look.
is gonna have all day.
Must be a track. There's some air there.
Ah, now that looks very interesting. So we've got ribbed fragments there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Sarah converts this CAT scan into a three-dimensional image. Now the
I've had a
rib
CAT
fracture
scan.
can be seen distinctly.
Those aren't fun.
Yeah, we've actually
Yeah.
got 2 ribs.
The bullet broke 2
It's-
ribs.
Ah,
It must have turned and struck them sideways. When Wes looks at an X-ray of the wrist block, the forensic picture
Well, yeah,
becomes
if it hits
clear.
bone, it's
Well,
gonna
we
change
don't think that the
direction.
bullet
Yeah,
had enough
and then-
velocity at that stage to actually push any bone fragments actually out of the block.
and
After
Connolly's
hitting
here
2
dig, but he only
ribs,
get one
the bullet
rib,
was
and
now
one
moving
Connolly.
too slowly to shatter the wrist bone, and when it deflected down to the thigh, it failed to penetrate the skin. The fact that it hit 2 ribs also explains why our bullet was more damaged than Oswald's, which only hit 1. Nevertheless, our shot has almost exactly duplicated the path of the magic bullet.
And the results, I believe, have taken the magic out of that bullet. We demonstrated 6 wounds with that one shot, even though we had one projectile that slammed into 2 ribs. I'm absolutely certain that if we hadn't lost that velocity, that the bullet would have continued on its path and embedded in the thigh block.
Yeah, 'cause they didn't know whether until they in the hospital and they're wheeling him in, and the thing kind of falls out of his leg. Hey, there it is.
Oh God. Like I said, we're still trying to figure this out all these years later.
Yeah. Now, as far as everything leading up to the assassination, I think, it's a case of, I think, kind of what's going on now. They're just standing back and letting some nut job come in and do the dirty work. And we didn't see it coming at all. No. Let the personal detail get nice and drunk the night before, and because there's something opposes the I forget what mafia family was. Their fingerprints are all over this until the day of the assassination, because the mob was very pissed off at both Jack and Bobby, because part of the deal of delivering the vote for Illinois was that because they've been deleting Senate committees on organized crime, and I think part of the promise that Joe, old man Joe, would say that they would back off once Jack became president. And so they delivered Illinois, and they didn't back off. They went even harder. And you don't want to try and double cross the mafia. But there's also enough thing that Oswald was a known loudmouth dunderhead. He tried taking out a retired general who was a big conservative, firebrand, the couple days before. And failed. He got the bullet ledged in the windowsill, but
my mom still always says, my mom still always, she always said that she first heard when she was watching As the World Turns, and she was taking care of my older brother at the time. Yeah. So, I remember I was watching As the World Turns. Then I heard Kennedy. Yeah.
And then suddenly Walter Cronkite breaks in, and
exactly, yeah. Cronkite was having lunch at his desk when he had
and they get a camera in there. Don't even go in the newsroom. We'll take you there. And that's kind of where Dan Rather kind of made his name too, because he was the local reporter. He was CBS's guy in Dallas at the time. Bob Schieffer was working for the Dallas Star newspaper. But Jack Ruby was like an errand boy for the local mob down there. So there's that angle, but and I think you already know he was dying from cancer, and so Jack, you want to avenge President Kennedy's go in, and they knew him. He'd been to the cop. He'd been down to the police station all the time. So, Jack's here. What the hell are you doing?
There's
I don't doubt there's probably a conspiracy surrounding it all.
There was there's that popular. I don't know if it's what you call a conspiracy or theory or people have speculated that Kennedy was killed by the CIA because he wanted to end the war in Vietnam, and it meant too much to the military-industrial complex at the time. It's not far-fetched, but I mean, I don't know.
There was some noise that he didn't think it was working, so he was, apparently there's some talking about, okay, this isn't working. Well, Lyndon Johnson was real big, But the thing about the quotes about he was going to scatter the CIA to the four winds, all that stuff came out long after Kennedy was dead and not really attributed. So it's like, but I think it was just there was so much because Kennedy was not leading in the polls. The Dallas stuff was a campaign stuff. He was trying to drum up support.
I've read the speech he was supposed to give in Dallas. Yeah. It's actually a pretty good speech.
Yeah. If he was around today, he'd be alongside his nephew Bobby Jr. No, this is not the party we started. This is not the party we were with. Because one thing JFK was an ardent anti-communist. I mean, Joe McCarthy was godson to his kids. He was also apparently getting a little, wobbly on the space program. I think we were having so many problems getting into orbit.
There's that line. We in this era, we in this country, this generation are by destiny.
Yep.
By destiny rather than choice. The watchmen on the walls of the world of freedom. Era.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people kind of missed the joke when he did the speech at Rice University, where he did that we choose to do these things, and because why does and including there, why does Rice play Houston? Because they always lose every year. Rice University always lost to the University of Houston.
One of the actual
the people there got the joke and laughed, but
one of the clips I used for What the Dub was the football Rice versus I don't know who it was, where the guy comes off the sidelines and tackles, makes the tackle. Yeah, that was I used that for what I used that for What the Dub. Oh, this I heard. Oh, this if it's football, we'll get copyright struck. I'm like, no, this is a college game.
This college game from about 50 years ago.
from the 1940s, I think.
Good grief, 70 years ago.
Tackles him sideline. That's a famous one.
Yeah.
60. When was this? 10 years ago. 1954. Dickie Meagle. Poor Dickie Meagle.
Yeah. Oh. Did you ever see the Missiles of October?
No, I don't think I have.
That was the ABC. They were trying something about doing plays, and they did them. It was about the Cuban Missile Crisis. William Devane was playing Kennedy, and I forget who, but the character was playing Khrushchev, and they bounced back and forth. They're in the cabinet meeting where they're discussing what they're going to do about these things, and Martin Sheen played Bobby.
Oh, okay.
And it's him passing a note to Jack saying, "Now I know how Tojo felt before Pearl Harbor." They're saying, "Well, we need to invade." Now it's something.
Yeah, 1954 Cotton Bowl, Dickie Meagle.
Yep.
Hey, got to give the guy credit. Like, hey, he made a good tackle. He made a good stop.
Long about a Bears game. Way back, some idiot got on it wasn't the street, but just running around. The cops, for some reason, couldn't corral him in. And Ditka comes in off the fan, just lays a block on him, knocks his ass out, and the cops are all him. He's holding up the game.
I think our dub was good. That was a good hit, Gump.
Yeah.
Nice play, Gump.
Yeah. I think it was like they brought it up on it was Fox Sports in the football coverage. Like, 50 years ago, our own Steve Ditka come there. Like, he was holding things up. We couldn't get the game going until they got this idiot in the game. The cops are doing things. I can't do something about it.
They used to make it a policy where that if somebody ran onto the field, they wouldn't show them.
Yeah.
It was a national game. Yeah.
Yeah. But this was film, so I'm not sure it was even nationally televised at that point. I mean, Ditka was still playing, for God's sake.
Yeah.
If I really didn't care about copyright, I could drag up an old Tonight Show thing with. I'm sure you've seen clips of it. Dom DeLuise was on and doing an egg trick, where lift these eggs up on the matchbox and glasses of water, not tray it away, and the eggs go down, and it quickly turned into an egg fight on the set.
Yeah, I think
I remember seeing that live when we were on vacation and in a travel lodge, and it came on watching this nuts case.
Oh, I remember Dom DeLuise used to be a regular guest on Mike Douglas.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. I used to come home from school. My mom would be watching Mike Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah. But that particular show, I got the entire episode. They got just incredible because the next guest out was Burt Reynolds. And he comes out, he's all leather, pant leather. He comes out with a can of Ready Whip.
Oh.
This is already Now, they've already been throwing stuffing eggs down each other's pants and stuff. It's like Dom DeLuise, yeah, here's my keys. Here's a surprise. and Johnny, that is a weird feeling. It's like the egg, squashing the crotch. But then out comes Burt Reynolds, and they start, he starts, hitting Johnny with the whipped cream, and Johnny takes the can and a line of whipped cream on his crotch and rubs it, and then shoots some whipped cream down his open shirt. And Bert takes the can and pulls on Johnny's pants a bit and shoots them down there, and Johnny makes him shoot some more down there. Whoa! But then sitting and talking about, I think I forget what, I think maybe it was Gator was coming out. He was out to talk, promote that. But then next after that was Art Carney.
Oh God, Art Carney used to do so many TV specials back in the day.
Well, Carney comes out. He comes out, pants down around his ankles, looking like he's drunk as comes out and he's I know what you think. You're watching this great. How am I going to follow that? Yes. Then they get it together. He combs his hair, pulls his pants up. They do a thing on the piano with him and Johnny. So, the hilarious show, It was also on it was a New Year's Eve show, and even then, normally they were starting to tape them like the middle of the afternoon. They weren't really doing truly live, but this one was live. It was New Year's Eve in New York, 30 Rock, and of course, the crowd is insane. Johnny can't get in. The two blocking. So Ed Shaughnessy, Ed McMahon and Ed Shaughnessy are tap dancing, trying to pad out the time till our prince could arrive. McMahon's doing corny jokes, and Johnny's doing different bits, and then finally they start. Johnny shows up, so they start the show all over again. And that was the way, I think, oh, hell.
Yeah. Well, geez, he used to be so unpredictable.
Yeah. The guy, who was that guy who did the weird predictions for
Karnak?
No, not Karnak. No, this was an actual guy. He was in the opening of Plan 9 from Outer Space, that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, Jeffrey Jones playing the movie, but he's doing these wild, what's going to happen in the in 1964 coming up. Yeah,
I remember like the Weekly World News or the National Enquirer used to have weird predictions for the year. Mm-hmm. They predicted, 1978 or someone. Mm-hmm. They used to go through them on the CBS 2 News in New York, and I remember the one that stood out was. Was that they there was that prediction that they would find a guy floating on a raft in the middle of the ocean claiming to be a Titanic survivor. Like, yeah, well, where have you been?
Yeah, what took you so damn long?
You think you would at least make it to Canada?
Yeah, you gotta look this. I should know this. Criswell, the amazing Criswell, he kept doing inaccurate predictions up till his death. I actually used that clip in a video one time. I got a copyright claim of some rock group that used it in a band. And I had to appeal it. They don't own this thing any more than I do. It's free, and it's from the movie. They didn't create this thing. They're full of it. I think I did get it overturned. But half the time, it's like, someone does a claim. As long as the video is not blocked, whatever.
Mhm.
Let's see. As long as we're checking on status of videos. The kind of the feeling I'm hitting a bit of a vein here, because the last two videos, the two indie ones, the happy birthday and then the chat with her therapist, the birthday one has already got 23 or earned 23 cents. And the one where I'm chatting with her therapist has earned 15 cents already. And it's like, those two are more than the last 10 videos combined.
You're supposed to be grouping. You're supposed to be giving you the ability to group your content into seasons.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, this is a bad idea because it's just going to favor the big corporate channels.
I know. They're trying to become the next Netflix. It ain't going to happen.
YouTube used to be great because it was public access television.
Yeah. It's like, stick to the mic. Broadcast yourself was the slogan.
Yeah. Take the U out of YouTube, man.
Yeah. The whole point was, let people broadcast their own content. Not just stop chasing the fucking corporate money. It ain't coming. The thing is, they don't want to, Oh, here we are. Let's see.
Well, yeah, they don't want to pay people.
Okay, let's take a look at this commercial. Let's get a look at this guy here.
Babe Ruth is up. He looks sluggish.
Bart, all he's doing is sweating. I'm not sweating, and I'm wearing a turtleneck. You're fired.
That's right for George.
What's wrong, babe?
Oh,
I was out all night, Reg. Try this. Lipton brisk iced tea.
Ah, that's brisk, baby.
Give it a ride, babe.
Give it a ride, babe.
Got a case of that stuff for the postseason.
Yep.
Give it a ride, babe.
Yeah. And everybody there. George firing Billy again.
Oh, God.
I don't know what they started to have both because remember a press conference where he's hiring Billy Martin again and they get in a fight. All right, then you're fired over. Not even finished the press conference and he's firing him.
Oh God, I say, I don't know how big a baseball fan you are, but the Yankees' current manager Aaron Boone, they're kind of limping backwards into the playoffs, and George would have not only fired Aaron Boone a long time ago, he would have fired him during the World Series. He would have announced it before the last out.
Yeah.
And we've just gotten word that New York Yankees manager Aaron Boone will be fired immediately at the conclusion of this game.
What follow up? He is fired now. Bench coach.
He's been fired. Bench coach. Yeah,
not even made it to the 7th inning stretch, folks.
Bench coach Don Zimmer is now interim manager or whatever. Yeah.
I would trust Don Zimmer to coach. He used to be he was out here for a while.
I would trust Don Zimmer now that he's been dead for 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, he was the bench coach out here under Don Baylor. And they'll gag about with a bat boy. Okay, and just because the kid's so frazzled. Okay, you got to get the keys to the batter box, and keep the batter. And the runner. And the thing is, the umpires are in it. Go ask the umpire. Okay, well, I think the equipment manager has. So they're run all over the place trying to find. I need the keys to the batter box to find some. That's the batter box right there. What the hell? Are you familiar with the game? Have you played baseball before?
For God's sake.
Yeah.
The whole what ticks me off is now the Yankees are relying very heavily on analytics. I mean, this whole thing with analytics, you've been scouting and playing the game one way for 120 years. Okay. Now all of a sudden, oh no, we can do it better. I'm like, you can make Yeah.
The game was founded right across the river, you idiots. Now, how did Joe Girardi work out? Because whatever happened with him? Because I mean,
he was coaching the Cubs for a while. I think it wasn't. I think it was coach. No, but he was waiting for the Cubs job to come open.
Surprised the Rockies haven't tried to get him. But he was a damn good catcher back here.
He's broadcast. He's broadcasting Joe Girardi.
Yeah, I don't know if they could hire him back here, he'd be like returning and say, "Yes, someone from the great old days. First time we made the playoffs."
Joltin' Joe Girardi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The nickname of the professor. So yeah, good.
Yeah.
But it's like I remember reading an article that they really the Red Sox had no choice but to sweep us in that first round, because if they had even lost one game to us, there would have been mass suicides in Boston. Like, we lost to an expansion team now.
Yeah, Girardi's he's actually a broadcaster with the Cubs now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was from Chicago, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah. He was he was really itching for that Cubs job to open up, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't for him.
Yeah, well, like I said, the Rockies can worse him back. Hey, you want to come back to Colorado? Help us rebuild here, because we're not. I don't know what's going on now, because I paid no attention whatsoever to local sports.
I did say, though, the worst thing that could have ever happened was the Cubs winning the World Series. I'm like, okay, now you're no longer those lovable losers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The pressure's off for another century.
The curse is finally over. Yeah.
You don't have to win ever again now.
Yeah. I think you find
110 years or whatever.
God, close. Yeah, something like that. Just about as long for the Red Sox. I still need to get that Ken Burns baseball series.
Oh God, I remember watching that.
It's still good.
It's good. It's informative. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Actually, it's well made, but it's just so long. Holy cow!
Yeah. Well, yeah, 9 episodes. And then of course the extra inning. For some reason they got.
I like when they made fun of it on The Critic. Ken Burns' new 29-part series, Electric Football. This game sucks.
I've been wanting to do some kind of mock trailer for Ken Burns Star Trek. Piece together little pieces of interviews here and there, and some big narrative. Maybe even get you for narrating thing. In 1966.
Did you ever see my the Great Emu Wars thing?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Hold on. Let me my channel here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As I do. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier if I search for it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Came right up.
Oh, okay.
It's just easier if I just search for it on with their search thing rather than go through my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Here. My mockumentary.
There we go.
Yeah. I do every voice.
I got enough archival footage, from different interviews and from Roddenberry on down. I could put together something. Okay, let's pause that.
Yeah. As much as I love the Australians, they did lose a war to a flightless bird the size of a walnut.
Okay.
In the year 1932, the continent of Australia launched a war against its most feared and dreaded enemy. That enemy was the emu. Hopelessly outnumbered and low on ammunition, the human population would face its darkest hour against their feathered foe. We now present a dramatic reenactment of conflict. The Great Emu Wars.
All right. We got when the emus are planning an attack at Charlie Bravo at 1400 hours. It's our job to stop those long, skinny-necked bastards at all costs. Any questions? Captain said we're badly outnumbered. What do we do if we're overrun? You keep fighting. That's an order, soldier. Wait. You hear that? Crikey, the intel is off. Here they come. There's too many of them. Ah! They're staring at me. He's picking my eyes out. You feathery bastards. I'll wring your skinny necks. Captain, they're inside the base perimeter. We're being overrun. What do we do? We need to get the hell out of here. That's what we bloody well do. Hold on, let me try the didgeridoo on them. It don't work. They ain't got no bloody ears. We're surrounded, and we're out of boomerangs, Captain. What do we do? Fall back, men. Retreat!
Letters home from the battlefield from both sides told of the incredible inconvenience the war had caused. My dear Sheila, yesterday, as we heard the clucking from over the ridge, we knew we faced moderately unfavorable odds. As the giant flightless birds stood around us, we realized soon we were out of ammunition. So we started lobbing cans of Foster's Lager at them. Our efforts were futile, as we realized the emus don't drink that shit. Couldn't say we blamed them, neither do we. But the worst news yet came when I was in the infirmary, and the doctors had diagnosed me with a severe allergic reaction to feathers. I'll be home soon, as the war can't last forever. Yours, Bruce. P.S. Don't sell any of my shit. The next day at headquarters, 0800 hours.
Sir, ready for debriefing. At ease, Captain. We hadn't anticipated the emu's response, sir. It's clear the emus have superior numbers, and they just keep staring at us. You did your best, Captain, but I'm afraid we've been completely overrun on all fronts. You mean? That's right, Captain. I'm afraid Australia's been lost. We're going to have to surrender. And I'm afraid there may be no stopping them now.
And so with the emus victorious, the continent of Australia will be forever changed. Nowhere was safe from these feathered fiends. And what of their plans? First Australia, and soon New Zealand. This has been the Emu Wars. Thank you, and good night. No emus were harmed in the recording of this sketch.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's actually one of my how many views did I get on that?
I don't know.
279.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, people seem to like it though. That was
for
good.
channels on this end of the food scale. That's not bad. Like I said, I'm growing. I got my last video. It's got 60 views. Hey, but it's actually making. Yeah, I said making more money than the other ones. Because I think I'm holding my attention longer.
Yeah, one of my Doctor Who Beetle video actually got 6,700 views. I'm like, really? Oh, wow. How about that?
Yeah.
People did like my food tries videos. They liked them. They didn't necessarily watch them.
During one of the let's see if I can get out of this here. No, when I was still in radio school, and they had to do a morning show, and our station was KLIT, the lightning in the desert, in Victorville, and had a angry letter written in by my mother. Of apparently there was a remote we did earlier at a local bar, and occasionally it was a wet t-shirt contest involving dousing the girls with beer, and then a blind taste test. Which one tasted the more full and full bodied and flavorful. And this gal's granddaughter won. So now, apparently, and put in a little backstory that the station used to be a Christian music station until it became hard rock.
Oh wow! My Up the Academy video got 1,700 views.
Yeah. No, but for reading the letter, I had this as the background. So we need appropriate letter writing background music here. So there.
Oh yeah,
That's it. Dear management, KLTT, and or KLIT, I'm writing about the. And of course, wrapped it up with, what? No, not that. Not that. But I had to get copyright struck. But like, and so, sincerely, Day 11's Victorville, California. I forgot that would be the running gag. Blame everything on Day 11's because, even though she'd already been dead for like 5-6 years. But that prompted a few Ray Rogers jokes, That's a good thing to have in the arsenal there. If you think,
I try to do like actually. My friend Jake wants to do a channel, a comedy channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna see about resurrecting the name Reality Wasted again.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, that was the name of the previous podcast he used to be on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Donnie, who actually I think our buddy Donnie Salvo, who came up with it, I think he came up with the name Reality Wasted, so we want to run it by him. Hey, do you mind if we use the name? Okay. I'm pretty sure he won't mind, but
yeah.
But we don't want to take the name and or might call it a wasted reality.
Yeah.
just
yeah.
Just invert it,
Mm-hmm.
But
do I have the
he wanted to do he also wanted to do Tuesday morning quarterback show. Like, well, yeah, I don't get to see every game, so
yeah.
That's the problem with that.
Okay, here's my Hitler reaction. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, and finally, this indie nonsense, I finally found the preppers.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die Front in breiter Formation zu durchbrechen. Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf. Operiert jetzt am nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow. Und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg, Marsdorf, Karlshorst gelangt.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
Mein Führer, Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
I figured I'd give myself enough of a hard time here. It's not just all. This guy recently died too.
Es bleiben im Raum Keitel, Jodl, Krebs und Burgdorf.
I figured doing something like this, I kind of you keep as much of the actual dialogue as possible, at least stuff that's recognizable, like names.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer sind Sie, dass Sie es wagen, sich meinen Befehl zu widersetzen? So weit ist das also gekommen. Das Militär hat mich belogen! Jeder hat mich belogen, sogar die SS! Die gesamte Generalität ist nichts weiter als ein Haufen niederträchtiger, treuloser Feiglinge!
Mein Führer, ich kann nicht zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie verbringen...
Nicht als Feiglinge! Verreiter, Versager!
Mein Führer, was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich!
Die Generalität ist das Geschmeiß des deutschen Volkes! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie nennen sich Generale, weil Sie Jahre auf Militärakademien zugebracht haben, nur um zu lernen, wie man Messer und Gabel hält! Jahrelang hat das Militär meine Aktionen nur behindert. Es hat mir jeden nur gegen Widerstand in den Weg gelegt. Ich hätte gut daran getan, von Jahren alle höheren Offiziere liquidieren zu lassen, wie Stalin. Ich war nie auf einer Akademie. Und doch habe ich allein auf mich gestellt. Ganz Europa erobert. Verräter. Von allem Anfang an bin ich so verraten und betrogen worden. Es wurde ein ungeheurer Verrat geübt am deutschen Volke. Aber alle diese Verräter werden bezahlen. Mit ihrem eigenen Blut werden sie bezahlen. Sie werden es saufen in ihrem eigenen Blut.
hätte gerne. Jetzt beruhig dich doch.
Meine Befehle sind in den Wind gesprochen. Es ist unmöglich, unter diesen Umständen zu führen. Es ist aus.
And I know she's seen it. She cited it in the court case.
Ist verloren. Aber wenn Sie, meine Herren, glauben, dass ich deswegen Berlin verlasse, irren Sie sich gewaltig. Eher jage ich mir eine Kugel durch den Kopf. Tun Sie, was Sie wollen.
I still like. Just forgot. Yeah, whoops. Sorry about that. Wrong button.
That's fine.
There we
Sorry.
go. That's not, technically. I still like the. That all worked. It all hung together. Because the thing is, to do these things, I think I've lost the files originally, but you got to pretty much recreate the original thing, get all the actual captions in the right spots, and then you go in and do an edit, to modify it. That's a little more involved because I've seen plenty of them, and some of them aren't that good.
They tore down. They actually tore down the bunker. It's been torn down. Yeah, but it's a parking lot now.
Yeah. Well, there's certain places like we don't want them becoming shrines. That's why most of the camps are torn down too.
Yeah, I can imagine. They have one or two to.
They got Auschwitz up as a reminder, but
yeah, we can't let this happen again.
Yeah, this but most of the places they're nothing's built on them. The sites are still there, but everything has been torn down.
Did you ever see Band of Brothers?
Bits and pieces. We didn't have HBO, so yeah.
Well, it was on Spike TV actually for a few times, and there was that gruesome scene at the end. He goes, "What they're in I don't know if they're in Auschwitz or in Dachau or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What are they doing here? Are they criminals?" And,
nope.
And he's asked the guys, they're Jews, and it was just gruesome, just absolutely gruesome. You can't imagine something like that happening now. I mean, we better not let something like that happen now. Oh God! Actually, what was interesting? I went to Churchill's bunker when I was in England. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah, there's this command center down there, and that's the same command center that not the same, but it's modeled after it. That's it's similar to the one you see in Captain America: First Avenger. Yeah, which is actually. I was like, wow, yeah, hey, I've been there.
Oh yeah, they're probably modeled after. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'd have his the sign that this is weather today, cloudy. Big steel reinforced concrete ceilings.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure we went by. I didn't go in it, but I'm pretty sure we went by it one time.
All the maps are still on the table, and the maps and the markers are still on the table. The war ended. They packed up and turned out the lights, and that was it.
I figured this is going to be a memorial to everything we did, so it's no touch a thing.
That was actually one of the cooler things I saw. Churchill's bunker.
One day I wanted to get back to remember Rob Schneider had a sitcom for a brief time.
Oh yeah,
and one of the guys is like the Mexican Jim Carrey is where they brought him in, but he's playing an illegal. But he took but totally it's over. He's going to be going back home and talk to the gal and think, I'm never going to leave ever. That would be me in England at this point. As I get back, like that's it. Oh man, I'm not going back. To alter back now, someone nicked me wallet. I'm actually from over Kingston, Blunt, Oxfordshire. And I'm sure there's still plenty of little pages over there. Like, he looks kind of like Cousin Fat.
I would like to, I'd like to get back there.
Yeah, that's my ultimate retirement thing. It's like if we can finally get the thing.
Oh god,
Find some
I don't
place in that area of Oxfordshire. It's like, okay, that's it. I'm done.
It's either that or I keep saying the older I get,
Mhm.
the more the idea of just living on a lake somewhere
Mm.
close enough to a town where I can get stuff and get if I
Yeah.
need to,
Mhm.
hey, I need a tetanus shot. I stepped on a rusty nail. Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
And
Well,
just close enough to civilization, but
Mhm.
far enough into
Yeah.
the outreaches so not to be bothered.
Yeah. Well, the region my ancestors came from, it's like Eastern Oxfordshire. It's like within striking distance of London.
Yeah.
So it's, a few minutes getting there, be able to see the good stuff, but don't have to stay there. Like Lawrence Fox, leave London, get back to England. Let me just pull up a map here.
My father came from Caserta in Italy.
Mhm.
In actually Naples, but Caserta, around there. He was excited when I told him the new when they were making the Phantom Menace.
Mhm.
Say, hey Dad, they're filming the new Star Wars movie in Italy. He asked me where, and I told him Caserta. He says, you're kidding. He goes, no, they're filming in the palace there. He goes, oh my God, I went to the palace so many times. Oh, when I was young. Oh, and then he actually saw the movie. He was just so thrilled to see it. Like, oh, it's exactly as I remember.
Mhm.
The staircase and the windows. Oh, it's exactly. Oh, he was just so excited to see it again.
Even the weird-looking guy with the beard, he was there.
Exactly. Oh, the court. Oh, I remember the garden. I remember the courtyard. Oh, I remember everything. Yeah, my father was captured by the Germans twice.
Yeah.
I think I told you that one.
Yeah. It's Henley on Thames. It's like it's not far from Windsor Castle, actually. Let's see where.
He always liked watching. That was one of the reasons why he always liked watching James Bond movies, because they would just end up in Italy. Whether it was Cortina or Venice or wherever,
Let's see. No, it's kind of fun when I finally got the tidbit. Yeah, okay, yeah. The guy who is the progenitor of your entire family line, because other little pages came over, but they didn't have sons. So the one is Richard. He's the only one who actually had male progeny to carry on the line. So the other ones either had daughters or they went back to England. Like Uncle Edmund. His brother Edmund went back to England after a while. I've seen his will, so okay. There's also some brothers I don't know, but other brothers. Let's see. Okay, Aston Road. How far off are we on that one? Well, that's the area, so. But it's like the cricket team out in the area. So like they won the Premier League championship. Okay, well, I think I probably ought to at least learn a little bit about cricket. At least the basics, Pretty much confirm what I figured, that the game is probably one of those that's easier to play than it is to actually understand.
That's what was that park? It's that park at Longmont. It's not Raber Park.
I'm not familiar with Longmont that was.
No, there's a pretty big park out there, and actually a lot of the I think there's a pretty big, I think, Pakistani or Indian population out in
Okay.
out there. And they actually would play cricket on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. So that basically where you guys were is Longmont?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me look up. Hold on.
Yeah.
A friend of mine just moved back there. She's not
Oh.
happy about it.
Oh well.
Well, she moved. They moved here. She bought a house.
Yeah. The Lou Miller Park or
I don't know. Let me look it up. Hold on.
Stephen Day Park.
Let me look up. Let me just take a. I'll be able to figure it out once I see it. Whoa, pretty fast. Okay, what was that?
Because I got a map here.
Okay, it's not that. Not
City of Longmont Garden Acres Park.
That might be it. Hold on. Where the heck was it?
Well, what part of town was it?
Okay, hold on. Okay, there's
Dawson Park. Macintosh Lake.
Okay, there is the main drive there. Okay, hold on. There's the apartment complex.
One of the
walk over there.
And one of the cars on my Carfax wish list is in Longmont. St. Vrain State Park.
Okay, hold on. Is this a Golden? No, that's not it. It's too far. Is this it? Rogers? This might be it. Is that it? I think this might be it. Rogers Grove. Hold on. There's a batting cage located, I know that. Now this looks like it might be it.
Let's see.
Let me drop the guy in here. Hold on. Is that it? No, that's not it. I don't think that's it. Bunch of softball fields.
There's somebody's football stadium. I guess goes to Twin Peaks Academy.
How do I exit out of that?
Isaac Walton Park.
Maybe.
Not sure where you play football here or cricket, but because that looks to be lake.
I'm on the freaking. Let me see. Hold on. We would walk down. Oh, there's okay. That's not it.
Thompson Park. A lot of trees.
Maybe. Let me look up Raber Park because you have to walk through Raber Park to get to it. Okay, hold on. No, not not Midas. Raber Park. There we go. Okay, there's Raber Park.
I mean, now the dingbats in Vegas, and we're not exactly doxing anybody here.
Well, everybody knows. Okay, there you go. There it goes. There goes the street. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Here it is. And this is Oligarchy Ditch. And this is City Garden Acres Park. Yeah, because there's the batting cage. Yeah, Garden Acres Park. Yeah, that's
what side of town is that?
It's I don't know. It's hold on. For God's sake. It's just off of where the fuck is the street name? Come on, you son of a.
You got to really get into good street names.
I like using Google Maps, but Google Earth, but at the same time, it pisses me off. Well, anyways, it's called Garden Acres Park. City of Longmont, Garden Acres Park. There's four baseball fields. It's over by, if you okay, let me just hold on.
Right, City of Longmont, Gardeners Park.
Yeah, there. That's actually that's
Spencer.
Near, it's off of Spencer.
There we are. Softball field. And,
yeah.
That's
actually pretty nice park. Yeah.
Damn, it's interesting setup.
Yeah, they played cricket. They play cricket there.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it could work in a baseball diamond.
So there's actually a sign out. There's actually a sign on one of the fences. This park is maintained with funds from the Colorado State Lottery.
Yeah, that's one of the excuses for the lottery is it goes to parks.
Yeah, all the weed money they bring in. Somebody told me that they use it to fix the roads.
Yeah. Well, it's debatable how well that works. Here we are, cricket. Here's the cricket up here.
Yeah, that's that area they
just
play
north
cricket
of it.
in.
Yeah,
yeah, that area.
Because there's the I don't know what they call it.
Well, yeah, I don't know what.
I want to say the pitch, but no, that's football.
Yeah,
but yeah, they got a nice sport because they're batting both directions. So yeah,
I'm sure there's a proper name for it, but
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they
have to consult one of them Stephen Fry videos where the laws of cricket. They don't have rules; they have laws.
Yeah, people wonder why I get so pissed off about New Haven. I'm like, well, yeah, because we don't have anything nice like that. and when the moment you do build something nice, it gets trashed. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is hey, it's not mine. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, it is yours. It's everybody's.
Yeah.
Don't you understand? When you want to use,
it's not yours. You have no right to destroy it. Shut the fuck. Knock it the fuck off.
But like I always say, like it is yours. It's yours. It's mine. It's everybody's here. I mean, it's made so that people can enjoy it, not so some asshole can come along and tear it apart. I mean, that's always the biggest problem I've had with New Haven. It's first of all, whenever they do anything, they do it half-assed, and when they do something, it usually doesn't last long. I found out the city's history of half-assing it goes back a long way. They tore down entire neighborhoods during the urban renewal of the 60s, and they built nothing. They built absolutely nothing. I'm like, how could you just not build anything? Well, you don't understand. I'm like, enlighten me. What don't I understand?
Well, it's like when they tore down the cavern to put in a car park, then they never built the car park because the rail line never came through.
Yeah.
They did a good job tearing it down. They couldn't rebuild. They couldn't build out. They got sense from it.
Man, you couldn't build anything on top of it.
Yeah. Man, they managed to get all the good, like some of the walls out of it and move to the next door.
The fire exit to the new club is where the original entrance to the cavern used to be.
Yeah, there's like maybe 10 feet or so of the original place.
Yeah, which is just disappointing.
Where the Beatles play was about 20 feet that away. Unfortunately, it's all solid earth now.
Yeah, actually, they took a lot of it out. They did when I was there. They took a lot of it out, brick by brick.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty cool. The modern club is downstairs, and the recreation is upstairs.
And I suspect they got much better air conditioning now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because now they're talking about in the old days, it's like the walls were literally wet.
Yeah.
because between the heat and the perspiration was just build up, and it was just being a sweat lodge.
Freaking thing I loved about the UK is that the pub is sort of the center of everything.
It's a public house, yeah.
Yeah, the public house. Yeah, this is a long tradition of being the center of everything. And it's it's hey, yeah, want to go around? It's not a big deal. You want to go to the pub?
You bring your kids to the pub. It's not that big a whoop.
Yeah.
If you might have been going to bars, though, oh my God, we failed as parents.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you part of it is you teach kids like, hey, they serve alcohol here. When you get old enough, as long as you don't overdo it, and as you don't get in a car and drive, drink.
Yeah, and also the pub, you get a decent meal too.
Yeah,
or at least a
and
meal.
if
I don't know how decent to be.
Pub food, fish and chips, fish and chips.
I like some bangers and mash.
Yeah.
Good shepherd's pie. Actually, I had some one thing Steph wants when she gets out.
Why not?
They wants me to do a cottage pie. I need to see if we got the mix.
One thing I remember saying to the guy at the hotel, I said, "Hey, listen, the food at the hotel is pretty good, but no offense, but I want something a little more local. Is there anything around here? Oh, it's an American restaurant down the street. So listen, I came here. I didn't cross an ocean, go 3,000 miles to eat American food. So it's a little more, local."
That's one regret I have when visiting Liverpool is we're here for a convention, a Star Trek convention. Originally, we thought it was going to be in London. Hotel, the same name. No, that's not. That's the one in Liverpool. Okay, we come this far. Screw it. Get in the gym. We're on leave for a while. And thing is, we were only there for the convention. We really couldn't do much. And where'd we go to eat? KFC.
No.
And the whole time it's eating me. I'm in Liverpool and I can't see any Beatles stuff. Damn it!
Oh God!
It's like yes, we finally get to a convention first time in a few years, and then there was an interesting experience. Walter Koenig was the guest. I still got the program somewhere.
They built up the Albert Dock. Actually, the Albert Dock has the Beatle Museum.
Oh man!
Yeah, that just opened within the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah, so this is like 86. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
87.
Liverpool. Liverpool is a far cry from what it used to be.
Well, yeah, back when the Beatles were running around playing the cavern in places, the places were still bombed out from the war.
Yeah, well, not only that, it was a very kind of economically depressed kind of city, and the tourism from that brought it back.
I remember interview with Michael Keaton, and with a British reporter. Tell me about what's Pittsburgh like. Tell me, well, do you know Liverpool? Yeah, then you know Pittsburgh.
Oh God, I remember walking. I took the Virgin high speed train. Got off at Lime Street Station.
I think it was a regular train, but I don't think high speed was up yet.
Well, no.
Was there?
Well, fortunately, you take you go to the National Rail Station and you take the high speed train.
Yeah,
but we get off at Lime Street Station. I'm walking down the street, and I'm like, wow, this is it. This is where they walk these streets. They rode the train to the station. They turn on the corner. It's like, but I don't think they ate at that Subway sandwich.
No,
I don't think that was fair. Actually, there's a very nice. You probably know St. John's Square. There's a very, very nice square, St. John's Beacon, and very, very nice kind of area.
You're talking in Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
Because then I did not see much of anything. It was the train station, the hotel, and then the KFC. And the hotel.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's where we stayed at. Yeah. I still do not feel that I properly visited Liverpool.
I still got some of the.
Aside from going across the Mersey on the train, which is an incredibly wide river.
I actually sat on the dock by the Mersey River. Yeah, Albert Dock sits right on the Mersey. So
they were fighting the urge to start singing "Ferry Across the Mersey."
Oh yeah, and I know Jerry Marsden 3 cents by now.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of irritated me when I was working up at KGNU. They had a greatest hits Jerry and the Pacemakers in a schlock folder. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? No, I pulled a few things out. This is not schlock. This is classic rock, you idiots.
Yeah. I love what Mike Myers said. Jerry and the Pacemakers. Wow, these guys are actually old enough to need pacemakers.
There's one thing. If they ever did a movie and they had to have Jerry and the Pacemakers back in the way, get Richard Hammond. He's a spitting image for Jerry Marsden back in the day. I can imagine you probably ran the genealogy. They may be related somewhere.
Probably.
I don't know if we're saying with the shit, but
God, there was a suit. There was like a merch store
Mhm.
in Liverpool, but right across the street is the Hard Day's Night Hotel,
oh man,
which is actually pretty cool. It's still there.
yeah, I've seen
What
a
I've
lot
been
of videos of the various museums and little bitty stuff around there.
Paul's
also
house is owned by the National Trust, so you can
Yeah, mhm.
go see it's they preserved it. And there's somebody living there, and
Yeah,
but she let you have to let people in and
Yeah.
to look around. So I mean that's kind of cool.
We'd love to see where Paul went to the
There's a guy named Richard. He gives these walking tours around London.
Yeah.
And they go by the former site of the Apple boutique.
Mm.
And I keep thinking of the Ruddles. He goes,
Yeah.
they opened up a boutique which is losing $1 million until Nasty blew it up. Boom.
Oh.
We're here
Yeah,
to announce the formation of Russell Call. People can come to us for money rather instead of a bank.
Yeah, I finally saw Let It Be.
Oh yeah.
Finally pulled up my copy of that. Okay, well now that I've seen Get Back, I know what's going on around this. And it's like,
Yeah, Get Back gives you a lot more context.
it's like Let It Be is just practically just a trailer for Get Back at this point. There's so little there.
I know, yeah. There's actually a pretty good 35 millimeter version on the Internet Archive.
Mhm.
That's I downloaded. I have so, but
Yeah.
yeah, they supposedly Disney redid Let It Be. They have a high def version of it.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to find it. Actually, I got Disney. My brother Dave's got Disney Plus. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
So he's paying for Disney Plus. He had no idea. I said, well, if you have Disney Plus, you probably also have Hulu, and you also probably have ESPN because they bundle it together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're covered right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would probably find that statue of Cilla Black standing there by the. Yeah, give it a big old hug.
See, yeah.
Now that's I think not sure how you'd be able to watch it, but the ITV did a TV movie on Cilla Black.
Okay.
It was real, the Sheridan Smith played, did most of her own singing, but did all of her own singing actually for it, but it goes into thing because she used to do Ringo's mother's hair.
Oh, jeez.
She did the little thing that worked the secretarial pool, and also coach a girl at the Cavern. And she was mates with the Beat. In fact, they sung "Love of the Loved."
Okay, I think I know that one.
It was. I think Paul wrote it for Cilla, and they were doing it themselves for a while. But in trying to show off Cilla to Brian, it did brought her up on stage in the Cavern, but they kind of screwed up. They played it in their key, not her key.
Oh,
the performance didn't quite work very well. So and some other singer made a hit with it. With that song.
Way out of her range. Then I take it.
Yeah, a little bit.
That
Edmund was a bit nervous, so they kind of fucked up on that. Because really was Cilla White, but somebody fucked up on a promotional thing because she was singing at different clubs and someone put Cilla Black. Whatever. Actually sounds a little cooler.
Yeah, it does silly.
Kind of irritated her father for a while until those checks started rolling in. Oh yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's. I keep thinking about I keep saying this. This is the only place I've ever been where New Haven had a very bizarre music scene in the 90s when I was coming up.
Yeah.
If it was Bizarro Land, if you liked the Beatles, you were dismissed. as just as some sort of like, commercial sellout. I'm like, yeah, only the most popular, influential band of all time.
Yeah, like Sharon Osbourne point out one time about One Direction time. Oh, bigger than the Beatles. No, you cannot equate that because you did not. The One Direction did not enact the same societal changes that the Beatles did.
There was this whole punk rock hardcore punk movement in New Haven, and like there these guys, and after a while they started growing their hair into pompadours, and everybody swore they loved Johnny Cash because they were too old to be punks. They started playing rockabilly.
Yeah.
One of these guys comes up to me one time because I was a big fan of Nirvana. I made no bones about it.
Yeah.
After Kurt died, hey, your boy's dead. What do you do now? I'm like, he's not my boy. Shut the fuck up, man. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Like in the end, you're an asshole. Okay.
It's like, what? You happy the guy blew his head off? What kind of ghoul are you?
Here I am. Everybody's got these shaved heads and wearing these bomber jackets and misshapen teeth, and I'm dressed like Glenn Tilbrook and Squeeze.
I saw them at the Boulder Theater one time. Chris Difford wasn't there because he was during the fear of flying that crap out, so he couldn't go with it. But no, he's not out. He just couldn't come with it. So
he has this sort of history, on and off history with Squeeze. Yeah.
But it was a fun show.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. I mean,
yeah,
they have no stage presence though. They have very little stage.
And imagine how much they had to sit on to slow down. They can't understand, but then the stage is blazing through something.
What's funny is though, you watch like Monty Python, or you watch something like the In-Betweeners. It's like a Squeeze reference fest. Camber Sands, Clapham, whatever, whatever. We went to not like that time we went to the Isle of Wight. I was actually there. When I was in London, there was a comedy club in Piccadilly. And I was tempted to go to open mic and say, "Hey, I'm Rob from America. I'd like to do open. Do you have an open mic? I do. I do in America. So I could say, all the way from America. Please welcome. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm sure our stand-up isn't very good." I'm like, don't worry about it. It's
whatever. I played London. Fuck you.
That's what I say. I have the credit now of playing Vegas. Yeah, I can say I played Vegas. Nobody can take that away.
Like when the Beatles came back from Hamburg, now I haven't heard about it. Oh, your English is very good for thank you.
You speak very good English.
Oh, good, brought down the road with it, but
we were built from being from Germany.
Did you catch any of those videos I've been putting about the Mona Lisa twins?
Actually, yeah, a couple of them.
They were, they always have been releasing a lot of it because they were the band in residence at the Cavern for a while. And the thing is, their dad was in a Beatles tribute band in Germany. Well, they're Austrian, but the Germans, they consider the Beatles theirs too because they started in Hamburg. So there's I think it was the Silver Beatles was the name of it, was the tribute band. And the dad was a producer, so they had access to professional, production facilities. But they did a big thing on doing Beatles covers, and very good ones. They're living in Liverpool. They're living the dream.
I saw at Toads a Japanese Beatle tribute band. They were really good. They were the Silver Beatles. They were really good.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just some guys from Japan playing music for you. No costume changes. They just wore the 66 suits.
Yeah.
And they just played, and they were really good. They were excellent.
Yeah. There's one group, Rain. They did. There's also a group that every year on the date at Red Rocks that the Beatles played, the 1964, the tribute. And they go and they do more than the Beatles, because the Beatles only did like a 20-minute set. when they were performing live. These guys go on for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they do and probably stuff the Beatles didn't do in concert, or
Mm-hmm.
or stuff they had because they like Paperback Writer was a song they had problems doing with it out of the studio.
Yeah, there it is. There's pictures of it.
Yeah.
August 23rd,
I think it was. Yeah.
August 20 something. Beatles
20,
played
yeah.
Red Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
There's pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, Ringo's big memories. They couldn't breathe.
I can't breathe up here.
Like they stayed at the Brown Palace Hotel, But like
Red
so
Rocks.
many, a lot of arts, it is hell getting up there to get because you got to go in the back way, and the back way is like a narrow little road you get there. But once you get out on stage, then okay, this is why we're here, Because one thing, the acoustics in the place, apparently it's like they'll like drop a pin on stage and hear it in the back row.
I remember
pin, maybe not quarter. Yeah.
I remember walking by the convention center in Las Vegas, and I innocently asked, "Has this always been here? Is this always? Because this looks brand new. How the fuck should I know? What do I look like a tour guide?" I said, "I'm asking because the Beatles played here. The Beatles played the convention center, and that's why I'm asking."
Yeah.
But
Zeppelin played the Denver Convention Center. That was the first stop on their North American tour, I think. Probably Elvis also played the place.
Yeah, they it's just amazing that
but yeah, this year would have been the 60th anniversary of that concert.
Yeah,
it's
Red Rocks. Oh my god. Time marches on. Oh boy.
I've been wanting to get up there. It's a great place to see a concert. I've been there a few times. We were supposed to see Godier one time. We got concerts from Channel 4. Texas from Channel 4, but it was windy that day. And it's a rather nasty Venturi effect because it's just a light breeze, and because we're in the upper parking lot. Because with a handicap spot, that's right. Okay, yeah. But coming down, and the canyon walls start narrowing in. And by the time we get down close to it's hurricane force winds. It's like there's no way we cannot stay. The stuff had bounced in that bounce problems at the point. It's like no way. And I'm there's a low wall at the very back. And I'm crouched down behind that thing like it's like it's the Tet Offensive. I'm just ready to hold my M16. It's like there's no way we could get back there.
Oh, God.
The place redeemed itself sometime later. We saw Sarah McLachlan on there, and there's no wind, but it's like got seats and great concert. And there was a show where she was bringing people. Said you want to got to come up on stage and ask her questions. Have a problem breathing up here? It's like because that high up, the air is so clean. Just gulp it down in big chunks. She's loving it.
The oh god, I always say I liked Sarah McLachlan more when she was naked and rolling around in mud. She was a little less inhibited back in the early part of the 90s. Oh well.
There's a later one where she's naked in the bathtub. So.
Okay. All right, it's getting late here. I'm gonna head.
And we're at 3.5 hours, so I think it's time to wrap it up here.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna head to bed.
Anybody stuck around this long? Talk at you later.
God